Welcome back to We Got Goosebumps, a podcast dedicated to the landmark horror series for children, written by R.L. Stine. I don't know why I got to R.L. Stine's name and just like R.L. Stine. Welcome back to We Got Goosebumps, a podcast dedicated to the landmark horror series for children, written by R.L. Stine. Back in the 90s, I'm your favorite camp counselor that you just brutally beat with a baseball bat, Dylan.
And I'm your aggressively competitive younger brother you trained with a dog whistle, Travis. Only the best, brother. Only the best.
Only the best brother. Well, not the worst brother we've seen, but not the best either.
It's true. Not the because he was absent for a good chunk of the book. That's probably why.
Also, that might be why he wasn't the worst brother, because I feel like if we had to deal with him for longer sections of time, although he had some good jokes. Anyway, today we have number 33 in the series, The Horror at Camp Jellyjam, which was released in July of 1995. So that means it was released exactly 30 years ago to the month.
Holy shit!
Look at that.
That's crazy.
The month that we're recording it, not the release month, I guess. But
yeah, it comes out next month. Yeah,
you guys have the warm, fuzzy feeling of knowing that we're at least enjoying this book's 30th birthday. So, that's nice.
Yeah. I looked up. I said, what happened in July of 1995? And it said July of 1995 saw the beginning of a deadly heat wave in the Midwestern United States, especially in Chicago, where over 700 people died. So some things never change. It's very hot.
Yeah. And as someone who is just a little north of the American Midwest, I can attest that it is uncomfortably warm still. So there we go.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's. If you could die of swamp ass, I will die from it.
We have more. We have less of the heat and more that the fact that the air is filled with smoke from the burning forests. So it's.
It's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat. No, it's not, because we're by the lake also, so it's a very wet heat. The very wet, smoggy heat.
You know what I realized? R.L. Stine does great camp stories. Mm-hmm. I love a camp story. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because we finally get an excuse for parents and kids to be separated, and that allows for a little bit less. A lot of times the kids are worried about oversight and having to tell their parents something, but in this one, they're looking for their parents. And I don't know. I just think that helps the adventure so much more when the kids are sort of unshackled.
Yeah, definitely.
From the home life.
And it also plays into the kid fears, of going off to camp. Although I'm sure we talked about our camp experiences growing up. I never went to an overnight camp as a kid.
I did actually. Funny, I probably said this on like Camp Nightmare or whatever the other one, but I went to a Christian camp. I went to church and I went to a Christian camp when I was in the summers between 7th and 8th grade and 8th and 9th grade or something like that. And I remember that it felt like it was 1,000 miles away from my house. And then turns out as an adult, I live right across the street from it. And it's like, it's not that far at all. It was only like an hour away. And I do remember, though, I was a church camp, but I learned all the cuss words I needed for life at that camp.
Oh.
Yep.
I learned mine from the Bronx and my parents, so.
Okay. Well,
different grow-up
different
experience.
Strokes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's where I learned what a muff was as well, and I was like, I think that's a muffin? They're like, no, that's different.
Oh.
I said, praise the Lord. I said, praise the Lord.
For the muffin?
About that muff.
Oh, for muff.
Well, I learned that a muff is different, but I also learned that you could eat both. So in my head, still kind of the same.
Oh, okay. Well, I you know what? I've never learned the difference, so we'll have to talk about that off the air, I guess.
One's got blueberries. You guess which. All right. All right. We got an email from a listener, which we always appreciate getting an email from a listener. Please email us, folks. It's wegotgoosebumpspodcast@gmail.com, I believe. But it's from the old Emerald Isle. Now, Dylan, I've never been to the Emerald Isle, but I hear it's green. Is that true?
Potentially. Is that what we're going into? Like you're going off of okay. Nothing with the Irish or anything. I guess that's honestly better that you went for a color.
Oh, it's where the Irish live.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's it's. We talked about this before. I did a little Google foo, because I was like, Emerald Isle. It's a town off the coast of North Carolina. But then, a little more research, I read the email. And I saw that he misspelled the word favorite and added an extra U. And then I used my brain and I thought to myself, Emerald Isle, wrong spelling of words, obviously from the United Kingdom, potentially Ireland, and potentially the painter of the UK book covers.
Yes.
That was
potentially, that was my fear.
I was concerned. I was a little concerned. It was literally the last episode we recorded that I said, come at me, bro. Come at me, UK book cover writer, drawer.
I thought he was coming in.
In hindsight, that episode hasn't been released yet. So
that's true.
It would be hard for us to get an email about that. I mean, I have been overtly hostile to the UK covers.
Yeah, this wouldn't be the, pick an episode.
Yeah. It wouldn't have to be... I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to kill me. Or they. Or
okay.
She.
Well, I'll read the email. It was a friendly guy. He wasn't actually out to kill Dylan at all. It was hi from the Emerald Isle, which, again, not the one in North Carolina, if there is one. This is from pulp_fiction_books. I love marketing yourself through an email name. That's just a good way to go. I ain't even mad about it. Hey D&T, which is our nickname when we do a lot of wrestling in the southern states. D&T. It's our tag team. Long-time listener, first-time contributor.
We're dynamite.
That's fucking right.
Woo! Yeah.
We give you the bumps. AD&T, long-time listener, first-time contributor. I absolutely love the podcast. Love the long episodes, which suit me perfectly for work as a 37-year-old male. I obviously find you hilarious. That is our demographic, specifically 37-year-old white men who love a long podcast. That's what we're here for. He says, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and I have a request, if you'd indulge me. Question number 1. If you could have a sequel to any book you've read so far in the series that doesn't already have one, which would you choose?
Oh, you're positing the question to us now. It's funny because when I was reading this email earlier, I was just like, I should come up with answers to these questions so I don't have to stall and speak protractedly and make up a bunch of nonsense in order to give myself more time to think of an answer to that. But obviously, I would have said, Why I'm Afraid of Bees. It should deserve a sequel. That one needs a sequel.
Give it a redo.
Definitely. Yes, 100%.
What would the title of it be? I mean, aside from Why I'm Afraid of Bees.
She's afraid of bees.
Ah.
Or
very
Why
cool.
I'm Afraid of Bees as well. That might also be a potential. What about you, Travis?
I gotta go cuckoo clock of doom, brother. I gotta see if he goes back for Tara or not. Or if Tara, what if this, in the sequel, he doesn't go back for her, she fucking shows up. Huh? She finds her own way back.
a different version of her, like who's just like
somehow worse, and she's a trucker. Yeah.
That'd be a great idea. Or even better, the parents just have another kid and they're just like, we're gonna have a new baby. He's like, I have to stop this. And so he goes back to
like, we're gonna name it Tara, but he
so he brings back the original Tara to stop the new Tara. That's not better, that's terrible, I'm sorry. All right, but there's another question here.
Yeah, if you could write a Goosebumps book, what would the premise be? I mean, I can pick anything out of my childhood, probably. Your drunken father forgets to pick you up from a baseball game and you have to walk home, but you live 3 miles and you have to walk across the interstate to get home and you're only 8. And then a trucker picks you up and it's Tara.
Is that the title?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the premise is a little different, but that's the title. It's
gotcha, okay.
Quite long. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's upsetting. That's a very upsetting.
It's pretty good, though, right? Pretty good Goosebumps.
Yeah, I would be terrified to read that.
Yeah. Well, it's got a happy ending, I think.
After all the shit we've given some of the premises that we've come across here, I find it hard-pressed to think of one that would... I kind of want to do... All right, I'm going to take 1 and 2. I'm going to come up with one answer, which is I want to do mummies right. I want to do a mummy story. I'm going to do the third entry. I'm assuming the third.
Yeah.
Well, this is technically that goes against the first question because it says that doesn't already have a sequel, but still.
Oh, true.
But okay. I'm still good. I mean, we already have Why I'm Also Afraid of Bees for that. But I would do Return of the Mummy's Tomb, but it would be good. Sorry would be dead. She would be the mummy. Actually,
I love it.
Yeah.
Love
so
it
just
far.
to start it off, she's dead. Gabe has lost his marbles. No! The dad has lost his marbles. Obviously, single dad. He knows he's responsible for his daughter's death from dragging her all over the goddamn planet all this time. So she dies of some weird disease thing. Occurs. I don't know. She's dead. And so the uncle is just like, I'm going to bring her back. But he wants Gabe to visit because he knows that Gabe has the not the monkey's paw, but he has the mummy hand that can resurrect mummies. Oh my God. Okay, so here's the whole fucking plot. Sari dies. The dad doesn't tell anyone that Sari's dead, though. He just gets the letter from his brother or his sister, whoever lives in the States still, and it's just like, hey, Gabe's real excited about coming over this summer. Is that okay if he still comes over? And the uncle, even though Sari's dead and everything, says, yes. Gabe should come over. Yes, Sari will be so happy to see Gabe. And so then Gabe comes over, and he's just like, where's Sari? He's like, she's in the tomb already, Gabe. And so what happens is like Gabe has to try and like thwart his own uncle's plans to bring Sari back from the dead. Boom!
I love it. What a pitch that was. RL, I know you're listening, bud. Come on, make it happen, dude.
Come on.
Great. Well, that's way better than mine. Mine was sad.
Yeah, yours kind of good. Yours is another one that we need to talk after. Like, we need to just sit down.
No, it's okay. I mean, I got home, and we won the game, so it was good. Everybody had fun.
Oh, well, then fuck. Quit your bitching.
Yeah.
What did you?
Yeah. Dad got to watch that whole Gunsmoke. Didn't even have to stop it.
That is one of the longest running live action shows of all time. Great show.
It is. It was pretty fun. Great show. It was pretty good.
I'm sorry that you lost your father to it, but no.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes my dad would walk into the kitchen and talk like Marshall Dillon in his underwear. Be like, hey, boy. Like he would just kind of pretend he's a sheriff. And I'd be like, that's good, Dad. You sound just like him. As for the request, how about for a bonus episode, you read a book from House of Shivers, the latest Goosebumps series, or failing that, how about a Give Yourself Goosebumps book? I know you did one for an event, and I have no idea if that's available to listen to anywhere, but I'd love if you did another on the pod. Well, that is an idea. You can actually go, you can not only listen to it, you can watch what Dylan and I did with that Give Yourself Goosebumps event, which was part of our charity event, which was for the International Association for Suicide Prevention. So you can check that out. I'll put that link into the show notes so that people can refer to that.
For the prevention of suicide, not it.
For this prevention.
Gotcha.
Of suicide. Yeah. Okay, yeah. For the prevention. Yeah. For the stopping of it. For the getting it out of here. So yeah, but you know, House of Shivers. You know, we were doing we still got another
Spine Tinglers.
Spine Tinglers to go, and then maybe we'll get into some of these. You know, there's R.L. Stein's not leaving us, you know, any dearth of fucking content. He's got a lot of stuff.
It's a problem. Like, do you know how many Fear Streets we still have to get through? Like, we're not even close to finishing Goosebumps. We still have to start Fear Street, and the motherfucker started a new Goosebumps series on the back end of the fucking everything else.
I know he's got Horrorland. He's got all these shits, dude. He won't let podcasters fucking sleep, brother. So anyway, Pulp Fiction books, old PFB here. I'll give you the link. You can go check that one out. And yes, for bonus episodes, we could do any number of these things you suggested. And he goes, thanks in advance for agreeing to my requests, because, of course, you wouldn't disappoint your favorite listener, would you? And keep up the great work. I can't wait for Season 4. P.S. Feel free to give my Instagram a shout-out if you guys so wish, which we will, because we clicked on it and we liked it. And that's the stipulation. If we click on some bullshit you send us and we don't like it, we're not going to talk about it, all right? But we like this one. This is, you can go at pulp_fiction_books. Link is also going to be in the show notes because we liked it. Hopefully you're a good guy, because if you're a bad guy, you're going to make me feel bad about this. I'll be upset. But in the PPS, I don't get this. It's check your balls. It's important. Is that a reference to something other than checking your balls?
We've done. I mean, we also should check your balls. Like that is.
You should. No, you're right. You
testicular cancer is not a joke, Travis. All right?
I know. I know that. I absolutely get that. Yeah.
And ladies, check your bosoms.
Check your bosoms.
I know you don't have testicles.
Balls you know about. No, check balls, check bosoms.
Well,
I'll
actually, you should check your ovaries too. If it's fucking on you, check it.
Check it. Yeah, if you got it, check it.
Like, we don't even have to specify anybody. Just, if you've got danglers, you check them. Mm-hmm. Check your danglers, everybody.
If it's dangling, give it a squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
You check it.
On yourself, though. Not like, don't check other people's danglers. Check your own danglers.
Unless they ask. Yeah, unless they ask. Or, you're a doctor. You need to.
No, that's true.
Tim, speaking of danglers, we got Tim Jacobus. He's making covers to books. And, Dylan, I think this cover...
Your favorite of all time?
It's a good one. Not my favorite of all time, no. But it does elicit something from me. I don't know what it is. There's something about that guy's grin. Of course, this is Buddy from the book. Buddy,
Buddy.
My entire life, when I saw this book, I thought Buddy, and I saw Camp Jellyjam, and I assumed this was a camp of dwarves. And I waited for most of this book for the dwarves to kick in, because there's something about this rendition of Buddy that I was like, that's a short, he's too short. This is a gangly group of dwarves. It's not a dwarf. But he does look small and rapscallion-like, and I don't trust him.
I'm sorry, I'm haunted. I've literally just been staring into his eyes this entire time. He's terrifying. I think the short body thing is just his very weird posture, which is actually a lot easier to see in the artist reference drawing that we found.
Yes.
But like, yeah, it's funny because I don't remember this cover, but when I started reading the book, I was like, oh, I've read this. I've definitely read this book before, but I don't remember this cover as much as the others. And I wonder if my brain just blocked it because it's fucking unnerving. It's got just this fucking jelly jam motherfucker just staring at you like a psychopath.
It's a grower. It's one of those that, like, again, through the whole catalog of Jacobus classics, this one probably gets skipped over because at the end of the day, if you gloss over it, it's just a dude making a face. But the longer you look, the more unsettling it gets. And I gotta give props to just the trees and the sky in the background. So well done. It looks so good. Yeah. I just love it. Yeah. So artistically, I think this is one of his best. I don't know if it stands out as necessarily super spooky. It's creepy. But I think artistically, I'm just loving it.
I'm digging it.
I'm digging it. Now, you referenced the reference drawing, which is, or the reference image, which is a picture of Tim Jacobus dressed up exactly like the guy that he drew. And it's great. He's got the hands on the hips. He's making the face. Got the hat pulled down. Got the belt up high. I love when Tim Jacobus poses for a good Tim Jacobus.
Yeah, his pants are well over his navel.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like no two images of him look alike. Like, every picture of Tim Jacobus looks like a different dude.
That's because he's like a chameleon. He blends into these roles. He just fits into them so perfectly.
He do. So you like the Jacobus, and then we move on to Brandon Dorman. He was charged doing the reboots there in the late aughts. He got a 2009 cover that I am just not keen on. I don't like it for a couple reasons. One, it fucking spoils the biggest twist in the whole book.
Yep.
Because as you're reading it, you're waiting for the fucking jelly with the crown on to fall out of something. And it's just one of those things, again, where he just makes it too busy. I can't make out what the fuck's happening.
And it's too bright. He's supposed to be underground. Why is he, like, coming out of a cave like he's just like, hey, everybody, let's come on in. Get to mopping. Get to mopping, everybody.
Oh, yeah, he's holding a mop. That's funny. I didn't even notice the mop.
It's the difference between the two covers, besides, everything, is Jacobus's focuses on what's scary in the first part of the book, which is the unnerving camp counselors who are just like, whatever the fucking phrase was, the be your best or always your
only
best.
The best.
Only the best. Only the best. Only the best. And so, like, it doesn't spoil it doesn't spoil the ending, but B, it focuses in on what you're supposed to be focused in, which is the weird camp counselors. Mm-hmm. And this obviously just ruins the worst part of the book, or the best part of the book, but also the worst part. Like, it is so gross.
Yeah. And to your point, I feel like the horror at camp, like, it doesn't even matter that it's called Jellyjam. Horror at camp is such a grounded term for kids where you're like, ooh, a camp that's spooky. Oh, that counselor's spooky. But when you focus on the Jellyjam, now it's a cartoon. Now everyone's like, oh, that's fucking stupid. Now, is it stupid and when you get to it in the book? Yeah. But it's a fun ride up until then, which I think the camp counselor plays into. So, yeah, we're on the same page there. Brandon Dorman, not my favorite.
Although, I will say, my favorite aspect of King Jellyjam is the fact that he does canonically have a tiny gold crown on his head. And that is amazing to me. It is such the stupidest fucking thing. And I love it. So I am glad that if you're going to spoil the ending, go all out and show his tiny gold crown. Although, honestly, I imagine the crown to be tinier. I expected the crown to be like, if a child was wearing it, it would seem too small. And then it's also being worn by this giant, like a tiny gold crown. Like, maybe like a cat would wear. I don't know. It's too big and ornate in the book cover.
It's true. And also, I imagine when I was reading the book that King Jellyjam had like this, he was jelly-ish, more of jello than jelly. Like he had an outer sheen that you could scrub. Yeah. But in here, he's just like a blob. Like if you stuck a mop in there, it'd just be a mess. Yeah. Like he's just kind of everywhere.
And also, if he can successfully hold a mop, he doesn't need an army of children.
That's true.
He's holding the mop on this cover. It defeats the purpose of even needing to maybe. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh.
Did you just spackle something?
I'm going to spackle something. I'm going to spackle this cover. Are you ready for this shit? This is before the camp. This is a young, virile Jellyjam. He's landed on Earth, or he's come to Earth, or wherever, and he's just like, oh, I'm going to settle in this cave. Rah, 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 rah. And he gets in his cave, and this will be my kingdom. And he, like, falls asleep or hibernates or wherever the fuck. He's from space. And they build the camp over top of. He's basically like Pennywise the Clown from It.
Oh, I like that. Very cool.
Where they build this camp over this evil entity that they didn't even know was there, but then he wakes up one day, he's like, whoa, I smell like shit. I need someone to give me a bath.
Well, I'm glad there were no child orgies down there.
No, not this time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Not this time.
Although R.L. Stine did murder. I like how you're just like, no, God damn it. R.L. Stine did manage to kill a couple of children off screen in this one, which is amazing.
That's true.
Apparently, he's allowed to murder as many children as he likes, as long as it's just referenced and is not actually shown or a named child. But anyway, we'll get there. Anyway, we're not even
you don't bring attention to it. Dude, I cannot wait to see your facial expression when you click on the French cover. Ready, set, let's do it.
All right. And don't forget, everyone, there's no UK covers anymore, so...
I know, it's so sad.
What?
Yes!
Okay. It's just a large Frenchman lives under the town, I guess. Like, what? This is amazing. Oh, okay, this is my favorite.
It's interesting to me because I feel like somebody could have made this cover having only read the title. Because in the book, there is never a reference to tents. And obviously, King Jellyjam does not look like this, I don't think.
No.
That's description in the book.
This is a person. This is just a big fat man.
That's a fat man.
But
he's purple.
Teeth. Oh, God. But, okay. All right. Imagine how much worse the book actually would have been, like, horrifying, if the secret was that the children were all bathing a large fat man living under this camp. Like, he's like grotesquely large. Like, he's like, 1,000 pounds or something like that. And it's just, we have to, or he'll eat us. It's like, what? But it's just a guy.
I feel like that's the premise for like the Om Shinrikyo cult, right? Didn't they have like this big fat cult leader who stunk and they had to like bathe him all the time? Yeah, that happened around this time too. You never know where R.L. Stein's getting his references.
Well, except this was not what the book. Well, I guess technically the book was kind of like that. But this is funny. This is like the very low budget version of the horror at Camp Jellyjam, where they had to like, okay, so we can't build cabins or dormitories because they had fucking dormitories and everything. So we're just gonna go with we'll just have to have tents, and we can't afford any special effects, so we're just gonna paint Earl purple, and we'll call that good.
I'd like how the French cleverly used tree foliage to cover the nipples.
Yes, that was. Although it does look like he's holding his nipple, like he's holding one of his bosoms. It looks like maybe on one side, like he's like this, like just really cupping it.
Yeah, it does. I think
those are his fingers.
Like what he has a look on his face, like the kid stumbled upon him bathing. He's like, "Ah!"
Oh, no!
Oh my gosh.
Just imagine like just 10 French children just like no pourquoi mon dieu, as they bathe just a large fat French man sitting in the middle of this underground cavern like and that's it. But it's French. It's very French, you know. So it's probably about capitalism and the French resistance. And also,
they do love to resist.
I like the French cover the most. That's the best cover I've ever seen. That might be the pickle beer, or the fact that I didn't have to sit through a UK cover. But this cover, I want this tattooed upon my back. I'm going to shave my head. His face will be the back of my head. And then his neck, and then his bosoms, and everything. Just the whole back. When I turn around, I'll frighten everybody, but it'll be amazing.
Oh my god, dude!
He just looks upset in various. Like, if you told me that's the face because he sat on his own ham sandwich, he's like, "No, my lunch!" Like that face is so many faces. None of them are happy. It's a bad day for him. Whatever's happening, but it could be like, "Why are they shitting on my lawn? Get off my lawn!" Oh, there's bear shit everywhere now. Mon Dieu.
Man. The French win. You know, they got one. They beat Jacob. Jacobus had a good run there. I mean, I thought he put up his best. But
are you voting for the French too, or?
Yeah, I think the minute I saw it, I was like so excited for you to see it. That's how I knew it was going to win.
Oh my god, this pickle beer.
Yeah, not doing well.
Ooh, I'm getting
rough
heartburn.
Times.
I'm getting heartburn from it. It's not good. I've also got like a French Stewart face going on right now. I'm not happy about that either. French Stewart is not anyone's ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit of a Robert De Niro also, but not enjoying pickle beer. No, sir.
I find that a lot of those beers are like one or two sippers.
It's not even sour. Well, it's just I'm just really tired of drinking dill water. You know? Chapter 1.
That's what you call your spunk.
Man, I see each other in 2 days. We're going to burn Pittsburgh down. We'll be long gone by the time you hear this. Come find us, motherfuckers, in Pittsburgh. Months go by. They're just like, we still haven't found them. Where are they? Are they dead? We're dead in Pittsburgh. We might be. If you hear this, we're dead in Pittsburgh. Chapter 1. So we're introduced to our two kids on what's probably the most harrowing experience for any parent, which is a long, long, long car ride with two children aged 12 and 11. I feel like that's not a good age for children in cars. There's probably worse ages, but this is probably not a good age. Although it's funny because the dad even says, like, I told you 12 was too old for a car ride. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Do you mean like when they were babies and then they didn't know any better about what was happening to them? That was the better time? Like, how's 12 years old too old? Anyway.
I feel like no age before 12 is good for a car ride. I feel like 12's about right for a good car ride.
Really? I don't know.
My kid's, halfway there, and after like 30 minutes, she's like, are we done yet? Like, baby, we got 5 more hours.
See, I've never been good with time, so.
Time eludes her. You know, she's 6. I feel like when you're 12, you know what you're signing up for. You got it. You know, you're ready to. You got handhelds. You can read.
Oh, I didn't have handhelds when I was a kid. My mom didn't want us playing video games on the road because we were like, you play enough games at home. So, yeah, yeah, I didn't have a Game Boy or anything like that.
Oh wow, well, there's your.
I mean, it sounds like a way for parents to punish themselves if you don't want to give your parents video games,
right?
Whatever. Mom in this car ride is pointing out farm animals constantly, which, to be fair, I'm a big fan of looking at farm animals on the road too. So I would be down with Mom being like, "Look, a horse." I do like all the jokes that Elliot starts throwing at his mom, where he's just like, "Mom, I was it Elliot? It might have been both of them at one point. Or like Wendy or Elliot was just like, "Oh, we're gonna," because the dad's just like, "We're gonna be in the mountains soon," and Elliot's just like, "Oh, good, maybe we can see some mountain cows." And just like the kids are getting real fucking hostile. Like it's not good. At another point, Elliot's pointing out the window. It's like, "Hey, look, no horses." And like, I honestly,
that got me.
I love that. Elliot was kind of like fucking.
He's fire.
Like Wendy was just shitting on him the whole time. It's like, I don't know, he's pretty fire so far. Really getting at Mom. Mom is not.
He's a real jovial Bob.
Yeah. It was funny how upset Mom was starting to get at them. Like she was not finding any of this humorous, and they kind of described her as like a little angry goblin. So
they did. They were like, Mom's kind of fat and mad all the time. Like, damn, dude.
With piggy little eyes and just little pointy teeth like King Jellyjam. Elliot asking me car sick just so he'd have something to do.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the important thing here, well, there's two important things. One, the kids really wanted to go to summer camp. They really just absolutely wanted to go to sleepaway camp. All their friends are doing it, blah, blah, blah. I'm with them. I would have wanted to go to summer camp as well. I was denied. I didn't even get to accidentally go to summer camp. Whatever. The other important thing, which makes me just want to smack these two children and be like, fuck your summer camp. There's a trailer. They've got a trailer in the back.
They got a trailer, man.
They're fucking in a trailer. They're not fucking in.
Well,
you know what
easy.
I'm saying? They've got a trailer.
Yeah.
They have a trailer.
Yep.
I've always wanted a trailer. I want, and I will get a trailer.
Get you one.
Yeah.
Get you one. Yeah.
You
seem like a trailer guy. The first time I met you, I was like, this guy's dragging RVs everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea of just bringing your house with you.
Absolutely. Like a little hermit crab.
Yes. Oh my fucking God. And the kids are at least excited about the trailer. They're not being little dicks about that. They just don't think that the trailer trumps camp, which is fair.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's like, it's a decent little trailer. Got, has 4 little bunk beds, table, kitchen. That's cool. The hilarious thing, the part that makes me think that the parents are about 20 miles away from murdering their own flesh and blood is Wendy's like, hey, can we ride in the trailer instead of in the car? And Dad's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, 100%. Get in the trailer. Because there's no fucking way that's safe and or legal. Like, that seems like the worst fucking... I'm just thinking of, like, Wendy immediately hitting her head on the corner of a table and just bleeding out in the back of the trailer without ever noticing. Like,
as I was reading this, I was like, what a different time. Because now that's not even, no one's thinking about that. Like, you have to sit buckled up in a seat until you're 1,000 years old. Then I think you can go without a buckle. I don't know. But I was like, man, different time. When you could just ride in the back of a truck.
I think even as like a grown man, Pam would let me ride in the trailer. Like, she would just be like, no, you can't do that. That's stupid. You'll get hurt.
That's dangerous, you idiot. Yeah.
Moron. Like, and she wouldn't be wrong. But Dad is clearly, he's like, I'm either going to kill them or the trailer will. Yes, it'll be the trailer. So kids pile into the trailer and they're starting to go up a steep hill, but that's when the fun begin. Well, not the fun. The troubles began. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to be honest, felt real good going into this story. A, because I remembered reading it before. And B, because it's like, it seems like we're on solid ground. We're not embarking ghost territory. We're on a camp trip. It's a camp story. Which, for some reason, every time I think camp story, I think Horrorland, which isn't a camp story.
It's not.
But it's still a family on vacation flavor. But yeah.
It's got that flavor.
Your chapter 2.
Something about it. Anyway, here we go. I think just kids away from home are good. Get them out of the house.
Yeah,
so
100%. Get rid of them completely.
Yeah. So the kids are in the trailer, and they're arm wrestling to pass the time. And they're so bored up front, now they got to arm wrestle in the back to have fun. And Elliot, man, he gets real into it. He's the competitive type. Now Wendy, I think she sells herself a little short sometimes. She's not really interested in competing, but she's apparently very skilled at a lot of things. She just doesn't care. So she's been winning at arm wrestling, and then, he's getting into it. Finally, she could tell he's real into it. Like he really wants to win. And she doesn't want to put up with a sore loser. She doesn't really care. So she just lets him win. She makes it look good for him. He gets excited. He stands up to celebrate. And then as soon as he stands up to celebrate, wham! He's bounced off the wall of the trailer. Did they hit a speed bump? Did Dad hit a deer? What happened up there? Then it lurches. It's starting to change directions. The kids are like, okay, this ain't right. Something's weird. And then Wendy drops this dime. She's like, I'll bet Mom's driving.
I fucking laughed so hard when she said that because, the perspective is the trailer is bouncing down the road the wrong way now. And Wendy's first response... I bet Mom, and they're not even phased. They should be concerned, but it's
right.
just yeah, but Mom, that got me pretty good too.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Then they're
also,
saying yeah, Mom's one of those drivers who drives 85 miles per hour, and she's like, "What? I thought I was only doing 35." It's that's me. That's me.
Yeah, it's funny too because I assume that they know their dad got back in and drove. So they're like, at what point did Mom just take over? Was that the first lurch? Is that when it happened? Did they not even stop to switch drivers? So eventually, they're in the trailer. There's a window, but they haven't looked out the window just yet. I think it's curtained up, and they start to feel the trailer going backward, which is not great because they were just going up a steep hill, if you recall. Very steep hill, so steep that they've been arm wrestling for a while going up it. And so they feel it going backward. They're like, what the fuck is happening? And so Wendy runs to the back, pulls the curtain, looks out the window, and sees that Mom and Dad aren't actually pulling them anymore. There's nothing attached to the trailer at all. The car is gone. Bum, bum, bum. By the way, sorry to cut you off before you start. I love this. This had flavors of the car blowing up in Horrorland.
Yeah. Also, when you went bum, bum, bum just now, I was just like, man, this is totally yeah, bum, bum, bum. I completely forgot that was what we do at the end of every chapter. I was just like, it is a perfect cliffhanger. It's legitimately really a perfect cliffhanger.
It's so good.
Chapter 3. So Elliot's a little freaked out. Trailers aren't supposed to bounce along. They're called trailers, but they're supposed to trail after the vehicle.
That's a good point.
So the kids freak out a little bit. They're bouncing around. Wendy bumps her head on the ceiling. They're trying to hold onto the sides to keep from bouncing around like little tumblers bouncing around and tumbling. Trailer's getting faster, going faster and faster.
It's a short chapter. I get it.
What?
It's a short chapter. I get it.
The road curves in front of them, and they're just I love the part where she says the road curves sharply, but we didn't curve with it. And it's just it makes me think of the sled scene in Christmas Vacation. Just
yes, that's exactly what I had in my mind. 100%.
They shoot off the side of the road into the trees. And Wendy's just we're gonna crash! Bum, bum, bum! So far, good cliffhangers. Chapter 1 cliffhanger, always gotta be soft lob. It's the first chapter. That's fine. You're setting it up. But so far, boom, boom. Really hitting us with some good ones.
They get weaker, but these are good starters.
Yeah, literally, dead children could happen as the result of these cliffhangers.
Absolutely. Yeah. Which is always what we're looking for around here. Now, that crash that she was worried about, they brace for it because it's coming. And they wait. They wait, and they're braced. They wait, and they're braced. And then there's silence. And they don't really feel much. What happened? the trailer's not moving anymore. We didn't really, hit anything. So they stand up, they check on each other, like, what was this, a dream or something? It's weird. And Elliot's now thrilled because they survived, and he's like, wow, that was better than Space Mountain, which is high accolade. And the trailer was tilted up a little bit, so they have to kind of climb up to get out the door. And right before Wendy opens the door to climb out of the trailer, just to take assessment of what just happened, where are we? What did we land in? A big pile of dirt? Like, where are we? There's a knock at the door. And they're like, oh, Mom and Dad. Great. They found us. Open the door. Let them in. Jesus Christ, it's their trailer. They paid for it. Let them in there. Let them in here. Yeah. And Wendy jerks it open and gasps. Bum, bum, bum.
It's Buddy. It's just Buddy. It's just Buddy. It's Buddy. Buddy with the sparkly blue eyes and his blonde hair and a big smile with 2,000 teeth and a t-shirt that says, only the best. Just Buddy. He's just Buddy. Hey, Buddy.
Just your friendly woodland pedophile.
Woo, my name's Buddy. The kids are like, whew. Lucky about that one. Almost died. Thanks for knocking on the door, Buddy. And Buddy's just like, you know what? You guys have rolled straight into Camp Jellyjam's sports camp. It's a big old banner behind them. He's just like, let me take you there. While we, wait for your parents to drive back after your, obviously, where did you guys go? Down the hill. Your parents are going to come down the hill. It'll be great. You just come wait with us at the sports camp. It'll be great. Bow, bow, bow. Buddy's super helpful. He's like, we'll help find your parents. Follow me to camp. Blah, blah, blah. Wendy and Elliot are just like, he's wearing a licensed t-shirt and seems to be wearing a uniform, most likely. Even if he is a pedophile, he's at least working right now and unlikely to disappear 2 children while he's on the clock. So we'll follow him back to hopefully is a legitimate establishment. It is not. It is, in fact, technically a pedophile camp.
Do you know how easy it is to, this? I wonder how often this book is used by pedophiles. All you got to do is throw a shirt and a whistle on. A shirt that says camp, get a whistle, walk around in the woods until you see a kid and be like, hey, you're close enough to my camp. Want to come back to my camp?
Travis,
you could get so many kids.
It's exactly because of this that they don't let people pretend to be like police officers and stuff, because there's been a lot of cases where that's happened. Yeah,
I feel like you shouldn't pretend to be a camp counselor either.
That's actually a very serious matter, Travis. People have died. What kind of sports camp is it? That's it. That's the voice for Elliot. Elliot asked Buddy. We play all kinds of sports, Buddy replied. From ping pong to football, from croquet to soccer. We have swimming, we have tennis, we have archery, we even have a marbles tournament. Sounds like a cool place, my brother declared, grinning at me. Only the best, Buddy said, slapping Elliot on the shoulder. I reached the top of the hill first and peered down through the trees to the camp. It seemed to stretch for miles. I could see 2 long, white, 2-story buildings on either side. I saw several playing fields, a baseball diamond, a long row of tennis courts, and an enormous swimming pool. Those long white buildings are the dorms, Buddy explained, pointing. That's the girls' dorm, that's the boys'. You guys can stay in them while you're here. Wow, it looks awesome, Elliot exclaimed. The pool is huge. Olympic-sized, Buddy told him. We have diving competitions, too. Are you into diving? Only inside the trailer, I joked. Wendy is into swimming, Elliot told Buddy. I think there's a 4-lap swim race this afternoon, Buddy told me. I'll check the schedule for you. The sun beamed on us as we followed the path down the hill. The back of my neck started to prickle. A cool swim sounded pretty good to me. Can anyone sign up for baseball? Elliot asked Buddy. Do you have to be on a team or something? You can play any sport you want, Buddy told him. The only rule at Camp Jellyjam Sports Camp is to try hard. Buddy tapped the button on his t-shirt. Only the best, he said. So Elliot's like super into sports camp, as you might imagine, from being a little shit who enjoys sports, I guess. He's okay. He's not the worst. I actually like the moment later that we get to when they're he's about to do like a Charlie Day and lose his mind, and she like does the whistle thing. I love that, actually. That's kind of cool to me. But Elliot's just like, come on, Wendy, this is what we wanted. Come on, let's go. Woo! Wendy's like, we should probably find our parents because she's the killjoy. So, but as she's following them in, she sees like this little girl, like 6 or 7 years old. No, you're all gonna die. Bum, bum, bum.
So that freaks her out. That's not good. Wendy's like, what the hell was that? Was that a tree imp? What was that? What was going on there? What was that little girl talking about? She played hide and go seek and she's like real into it or something. And then she's kind of distracted by this because she's looking at this tree like, did I just see a little girl screaming at me from behind a tree? And then Buddy's like, hey, Wendy, are you coming? And Wendy turns and she's like, oh, sorry, I was distracted by this little girl I saw behind the tree. And then she looks back at the tree and the little girl's gone. She's not even there. Was she ever there? I don't know. Maybe she was a ghost dog. Well, they walk on toward the fun. You know, there's a lot of fun at this camp. You can hear kids out there screaming and hollering, having a good time, and Elliot's just getting more and more excited because he loves to compete. And they notice, you know, there's lots of, you know, young, smiling camp counselors. Everybody's got a big old beaming smile on their face, having the best of times. And they notice the camp logo, you know, King Jellyjam, the eponymous. I never say that word right. King Jellyjam there. Eponymous.
I think it's eponymous.
Hippopotamus. Got it. And there's he's a little purple blob. And I realize I have dyslexia. Even when I type, I wrote burble blob. I meant purple blob. It's a little burble blob. And it's got the slogan, only the best, which we've heard Buddy say a couple of times already. Only the best. So, you know, later on there, he shows a little bit more of the camp there. And then Wendy gets curious and she's like, hey, Buddy, where are you from? You know, assuming he doesn't live at a camp. Who lives at a camp? And then he just looks at her confused. Like, where am I from? He's like, you know, I don't remember. And Wendy thinks that's weird. And then he plays it off by being like, you know, I forget stuff all the time. I forget where I'm from. Sometimes I don't even wear 2 socks. Sometimes I'd leave my butthole on the floor if it weren't attached to me, you know. I'm just a forgetful guy. And then he just leaves. He takes her to the girls' dorm and ends up passing Wendy off to Holly, who can take her inside the girls' dorm and show her where she's going to stay. And Holly's another counselor here. And on their way down to the room, Holly tells her, she's like, you have some roommates. They're not here right now. Or they're not here yet, rather. I'm assuming they're out playing sports. They'll be back in a minute. So here's your room. And then Holly just leaves Wendy in the room, doesn't tell her what to do next, what she needs to do to even, you know, like, hey, assumedly the camp's looking for my parents. Shouldn't somebody be checking in on me? Should I check in on somebody? What happens?
Yeah, should I be moving in? I feel like we're not going to be here. We should be here for like an hour tops, I feel like.
Right? Yeah.
But the more they're just
here's
like,
your room.
Guys, yeah, here's your room. You should win King Coin. Like, it gets really weird how quickly they're like, you should stay.
Yeah, dude. Very, you know, you get cult vibes. We're skipping over a lot of like the nuance to give you the notes, but it does a really good job of sowing cult seeds early where you're feeling it about now. You're like, this is not something right. And so, you know, Holly tells her she has roommates. They're not here yet. Leaves Wendy in the room, and then not long after that, where she's just kind of standing there like, well, where are my parents? How's Elliot? What's going on? She hears voices outside her room, and she's like, oh, is that my roommates? Are they about to come in? But then she hears one girl say to some of the other girls, come on, we've got her trapped in there. Let's get her. Bum, bum, bum.
And then they murder her.
All right, that may beer shoot out of my nose. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wendy's looking for a place to hide. She's freaking out. She's like, huh, huh, huh. No time, though. Door pops open. 3 girls come in. They look ready, like they're going to pound her. They're like, hey, McFly, we're going to beat the shit out of you. Wendy's just like, no, don't kill me. But then they're just joshing. She's the 3rd girl to fall for it this week. Hey, also, this name. When I first saw this name, I was like, what the fuck is this name? And then I thought about it for a second. And it's like, I haven't seen this name in 30 years. I feel like the 90s was the last time this name existed, and then it disappeared. Everyone that was named Deirdre is gone, I feel like. Have you met a Deirdre?
Never. I've never met a Deirdre one in my age range. I maybe have met a Deirdre that was 86.
This book might be the only time I've seen the name written out. I know I've heard it before, and that's the only reason I know how to pronounce. But Deirdre. Anyway, it's Deirdre, Jan, and Eve. And sorry, I do think Jan more than Jan when I see Jan now. Partially because Pam just played the altars, and the main character's name is Jan. And so I've been here. I just literally heard, and she played it twice. She played through it twice. So I've heard over like a month. I heard Jan. So Deirdre, Jan, not Marcia, and Ivy. They're about to go to a swim race. They're like, "Hey, Wendy, you want to come along? Come swimming with us?" Yeah. I assume she's like Rosie O'Donnell in League of Their Own. No, so Deirdre is Madonna. Jan is Rosie, and Ivy definitely the one that doesn't talk very often. So
yeah, yep.
She's like, I don't have a swimsuit, and Deirdre's just like does the thing that happens a lot in movies, where it's like, you look about my size, wear my clothes, and Wendy's like, sure, strange person, let me put on your undergarments. Yeah. Ugh. And she wants to take a splash in the pool anyway. The other girls are just like, what the splashing in pool? No. You get in that water, you compete. You don't splash. You don't have fun. You get in the water, you swim, and you're the best swimmer. And it's weird. It's another aspect of the cult thing. Because all three girls are just like, what the fuck are you, chicken shit? Come on. Yeah. Get in the water and fucking swim. Only the best. And they keep saying only the best, only the best, only the best. And she's like, what does that mean? And they're like, we're just a huge fan of that song. You're the best. Around. But they ignore her. They throw a swimsuit at her, and they're like, hey, put it on. We're going to go swamming. Wendy's kind of perplexed. Bum, bum, bum. That's the first week.
That's a week. Pretty weak.
I mean, we've had some real strong bangers, and we do need to set the stage. So this is a good stage one. She's met some of the kids, and they're a little weird. Also, no one is saying she shouldn't be getting ready to go swimming. Again, the camp counselor should have him sitting in the main office while someone else is on the phone calling people, not let's lose these children in a group of the other children that are supposed to be here and absorb them into our unit. This is weird.
It's weird.
As an adult, it's weirder, too, but it plays into it.
The kids don't question it enough. Yeah, because they trust somebody's going to help them out, because they're kids. They're like, somebody will help me find my parents.
Yeah, like, what they're doing is actually, I would expect Wendy and Elliot to, they're 12 and 11. Like, why wouldn't the adults help us? Like, this is, and they seem to be in a legitimate place. Like,
seems to be. I mean, other kids are there happy, having fun. That's good enough for them. But also, if three girls were like, let's get her, they bumped in there and they were like, we'll go kick your butt. Just kidding. Like, man, they're rolling the dice. What if they popped in there and it was some big bruiser bitch and she just beat the shit out of them with a mop handle? It's like, you asked for it. You know, you asked for it. Only the best. Well, you got the best. You got the best upside your face. Come at me like that. Anyway, at the pool, Wendy's like, man, where's my little brother? And she's looking around for him. He's not there at the pool. Deirdre, she talks herself up as the best at swim races. She's like, I'm going to crush this. I'm the best. I'm a good swimmer. I'm basically, what's that guy's name? Michael something or another there, the big old swimmer guy. She's like, I'm basically him, but, you know, a girl that's from the 90s and not a man from 2 decades from now. And Wendy's like, great for you. I could give a shit. I could give a shit that you can swim good, Deirdre. I don't give a shit. But the race begins. And, of course, Wendy's now part of this race. And she gets off to a hot start. She does. That's what I'm saying. I think Wendy sells herself short. She's got chops. She's probably fairly athletic. She just doesn't have the heart of a competitor. But she gets off to a hot start. She takes an early lead. She's feeling pretty good, but she looks back. She goes, Deirdre's fucking talking shit back there. She's in my dust right now, my water dust, because I'm swimming. And then remembers like, oh, goddamn, it's a 4-lap race. I better be cooling it. All right, I better cool my jets because I want to burn out quick. So she slows down a little bit.
I like that she did that, where she's just like, she's smart. She's not a dum-dum. Like, she actually...
Yeah. And I think I was thinking about this. I think the race has to work like this because if they started out in front of her and she caught up, that's given too much credence to the fact that she cared. But the fact that they caught up to her...
Yeah,
makes it different. Anyway, she slows down, and the other girls, they kind of pull up beside her. Of course, Deirdre kind of in the front of the other two, but Jan and Ivy are close behind. And I guess it's just the 4 of them racing each other, and they all stay in the same room. I don't know, it's weird. Like, the camp sounds like it's got a ton of children, but we only meet like 6.
Yeah.
So anyway, the race tightens, and now this has kind of convinced Wendy. Now that she heard Deirdre talking shit. She saw that she was ahead for a little bit. It's given her some confidence. She's like, I think I could fucking win this thing. She's getting competitive. She looks back. Deirdre looks determined. She's got the look of a fighter on her face. She looks like fucking got Ray Lewis, middle linebacker of the Ravens. She's just ready to go, ready to shoot a man in a nightclub. And Wendy's going hard. But then she remembers how she's like, you know what? I always let Elliot win at things because it just means so much to him. And I would rather him feel joy because he really wants to win, than me, because I don't give a fuck. So she's like, you know what? I can see that same look in Deirdre's face. I'm going to let Deirdre win. She deserves it. She wants it, I don't give a shit. And so Deirdre pulls ahead of her and wins. And then afterward, Wendy's like, hey, good job, Deirdre. You did a great job. And Deirdre wins one of those big old shiny king coins, man. Got the blob right there on it, something or another, a little king coin there. And she's like, she already has 5 now. This makes her 5th one. And rumor is she gets 6. She gets 6. She can walk in the winner's walk. Just like a ceremony. They hold it at night. Everybody that's got 6 king coins, they get to do like a ceremony walk. Everybody looks at them and they're like, wow, you guys are like the best. Only the best. That's great. You guys are good. So she's looking forward to that. Wendy, she was going to ask... She didn't know what the winner's walk was. I just told you. But she's like, what? She was wanting to ask them, like, oh, you get 6, you get the winner's walk? Tell me, what in the hell is that? What's the winner's walk? But before she can, Jan and Ivy rush in to start congratulating Deirdre. And Wendy's like, I'll let them have their moment. I need to find my brother to see if he has heard anything about our parents, because I'm almost an orphan. Damn, I almost forgot. So she starts looking for him. So she starts to leave the pool area. But then as she does, she hears someone call her name, right? She turns around, it's Holly, chick that took her to the dorm earlier and showed her where she's going to stay. Holly's rushing toward her. And she goes, she's out of breath. She runs up to Wendy. She goes, Wendy, you better come with me. I'm afraid there's a problem. Bum, bum, bum.
So this was another cliffhanger that seems lame.
I liked it.
Me too. But it's like, there's not actually anything wrong. But that's what's wrong. So Wendy's thinks like, oh shit, something's wrong. Is it my parents? Are they
exactly
hurt? Like, did something happen? And Holly's like, no, we haven't found your parents. Who cares?
Literally, if anybody of any, especially higher status, whether it be like, as a kid, a parent, or even now, like, I don't know, like an authority figure or somebody you work for, if they come up to you and they're like, you better come with me. I'm afraid there's a problem. I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I'm immediately thinking somebody I love's dead. I'm dead. I have AIDS.
Yeah.
You have AIDS. I don't know. I'm scared. Cancer? Where is it?
Do I have cancer? But then, so Wendy's just like, okay, so my parents aren't dead. What's going on, Holly? Is it Elliot? Elliot's the only other person here that could possibly be. Is he dead? And Holly's just like, what the no, he's fine. Who gives a shit? Oh, God, who cares? Like your parents, Elliot, whatever. No. The problem is, you didn't really try very hard to win that race. I saw you ease up on the gas there. I saw you ease the gas up on the end, and you could have smoked Deirdre. You could have made her cry. Deirdre comes from a broken home. You could have made her cry. I'm just saying that. Wendy's just like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Go away. Holly's just like, hey, Wendy. Only the best, right? No. Shut up, Wendy. Shut up. It's only the best. I don't. Let me just walk over here. Let's do a little walk and talk. Only the best isn't a recommendation, Wendy. It's more of a, I don't want to say a warning. Let's say, I don't want to say threat. Let's just say it's good advice. Only the best is good advice, Wendy. How about we consider that? All right, maybe next time you try and win that race. And she just walks off. And Wendy's just like, what the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? Because she does say, in case you thought that I was exaggerating, I was. But she does say that only the best is a warning. And like that's a scary thing to like like Wendy didn't read the fucking agreement to this place, the disclosure agreement. Like she just wandered in. Like she did not agree to this camp. For all she knows, a Hitler youth camp. Oh my god. What if they accidentally... Oh, the modern equivalent of this would be like the children stumbled into like a white supremacist camp or something like that. And it's just like, or it's some super scary militia group that teaches children how to kill. Travis, you and I need to make a short film. That's going to be a documentary in 20 years, I feel like.
No likey.
Wendy's just like, I don't care about winning. What's this warning about? I don't want coins. I don't like money. I don't watch TV either. I'm a vegan. So, I don't need competition or money. I'm just insufferable. Ugh. Actually, she is one of my favorite kids. She's a good kid. Like a real solid kid. Elliot's even not that bad. But then she looks, I say that, she then looks up and then she sees Elliot dead on the path in front of her. Bum, bum, bum.
She panics and she runs up to him and she's like, oh my God, my dead brother. And then he sits up and he's like, how many times you gonna fall for that one, dude? And Wendy, different than any other kid in any other book that has been pranked by their sibling, does not elect to murder him. She laughs too. She's like, God damn, Elliot, that was fucking fire, bro. Which is crazy
funny
to me because
she does get annoyed at him. So the fact that she just laughs off the prank is like, yeah, cool. Like, I love it when the kids are more even-tempered. Like, and they just have
And these kids seem, they seem like good brothers and sisters. Like, they seem pretty tight. And especially Wendy's so easygoing. She's not competitive with him. She deals with his jokes. I don't know. She seems like one of the more even-keeled kids.
And you can tell she's like a real good kid because she doesn't like let him win and then like tell him that. She just suffers through his fucking bragging bullshit without seeing like, I let you win. She never says that in the entire book to any of the people who are like, you piece of shit pussy, you can't win a game. And she's like, okay, fine.
Exactly. She's heart of gold, this one. And I also think it's weird that she didn't act like she was upset because she's been worried about Elliot and worried about their parents, and so I thought this would send her over the edge, but it didn't.
She might just be happy to see him. Like she's just glad
that's true.
Like, especially after fucking Holly's like, win.
We have a problem. Well, she's like, I'm never going to fall for that again, you little rapscallion. But Elliot, a little bit later, he's in a ping pong tournament, apparently, and he's beating this kid named Jeff. Now, Jeff's a bruiser of a boy. He's a big old kid. He's real competitive. He's good at sports.
For some reason in my head, I imagined like an adult play.
Right?
Like an 18-year-old.
When they started describing him, I was like, is it me?
I was just like the fucking, and like an adult who really needs to beat an 11-year-old boy at ping pong.
Right. He didn't even get tricked into the camp. He went there to feel good about himself.
And it's been 10 years since he first got there, and how he's finally getting those coins.
So Elliot takes a look at Wendy, and he's like, "Why are you all wet?" And she's like, "I was in a swim race. I finished second." And he was like, "Fucking loser." And she never, like Dylan said, she's not like, "Well, it's not like I let the girl win." She's like, "Yeah, whatever." So anyway,
like she accepts the consequences from her choices. Like if she chooses to lose the race, she can't be like, I don't want anymore. So like, exactly. I fucking love Wendy and Elliot. They're like,
they're really good. They're really good.
Really good kids.
It's too bad we don't get a sequel of these two. So, Buddy joins. They're, Elliot's in his ping pong match, and Wendy goes to watch, and Buddy sits down at a table with her. To watch Elliot go up against old Jeff here. And he's like, we haven't found your parents yet. We're still looking, just so you know. We didn't look for them a little bit and then quit and then not tell you and keep you here. We're still looking for them.
Definitely.
Okay, just to let you know that. We might quit eventually, but right now, it's still an active search. So she's like, okay, great, good to know. And so Elliot, man, he's ping-ponging his fucking ass off, dude. And R.L. Stine, he spins a pretty compelling weave with this match. It's tight. Apparently, what's happened, it's a best of 3. Elliot won 1, Jeff won 1, and this is for all the marbles, i.e. the coin. And first it's tied at 15. I don't even know what ping pong goes to. I don't know what you got to score. It was tied at 15, then 16, then 19, and Wendy's watching, dude. And Elliot, he is getting worked up. This kid he's got veins popping out of his forehead. He's doing that thing like beating his chest after he gets a point, like, yeah, who wants some? Who wants some of this? But yeah, he's real into it. He's getting worked up, and Wendy can tell. She's like, uh-oh. When he gets a little worked up, when he gets a little too into it, he loses focus. And that's when his performance slides. And so, being a good older sis, she does what she needs to do. She sends him the signal. She whistles. She's got a secret whistle that they've established well before this book's canonization, that when she whistles, he chills the fuck out. It's like a dog whistle. She's like, hey, I saw you getting worked up. You just need to reset, calm yourself, refresh your perspective, come at this with an even brain.
I can almost see these two being in a sports movie when they're like in college or whatever, and she's like his coach. I could imagine like there being, you probably haven't seen the movie Challengers, but that's a movie about like 2 tennis pros and the woman that loves them.
I've never
both.
seen that.
It came out a few years ago. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, I imagine like a Challengers version of this, maybe without all the threesomes. But
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
because I just see like
probably
Wendy and Elliot like fucking taking the sports world by storm. Because she's like the cold-blooded in terms of like she's not invested in the competition. She just loves her brother. She's gonna help him succeed. I have a whole sports movie in my head for these two.
Dude, it's great. They're great. I love the idea of, 1, she whistles, and 2, he responds to it appropriately. You know, he's well trained. He's trained better than any dog I've had.
Well, and also he's not an like the fact that he's self-aware, that like I'm gonna fucking lose this match if I get too worked up, and that Wendy's cares enough about him to be like, let's work through this, bro, instead of just being like this dipshit. Because like we've read a nice chain of sibling books where it's just like, he's gonna get fucking worked up and wreck my day, that little shit. Like it's nice to see them. I really like this whole section, honestly. This chapter is great.
Same. And he's mature enough to understand and trust his sister. His sister knows him best. So he's like, all right, I'm going to calm myself. So he calms himself down. He takes a couple of deep breaths. And then he looks over. He gives her a thumbs up. Like, thanks, sis. I needed that. And he gets back in there. Swing, swing, swoop. Ping, pang, pong. Boom. He eventually wins. Jeff stomps away angrily. Probably throws his racket. Does a little McEnroe. Curses at somebody. Leaves. And now Buddy's impressed with Elliot's intensity. He's like, hot damn, that boy's got a good backhand of ping pong. Holy shit. And then afterwards, Elliot, he runs off because he's got his coin now, man. And he runs off to find another sport to win because now it's a collect-a-thon. He's like, bring in the coins, baby. I already got one. Let's get more. And Wendy's like, you know what? That's great for you. Go ahead and do that. I need to go change into some dry clothes. Because I got out of a swimming pool like an hour ago, and I've just been sitting here getting hypothermia. So as she walks away, suddenly, she feels the earth shake below her feet. Who saw that coming? Earthquake! Bum, bum, bum.
But it's just like, don't worry about it. It'll go away. And it does.
I mean, it is an earthquake. It's not like they just earthquake forever.
And she's like, it happens like once or twice a day. Don't worry about it. All the other kids, they seem fine about it. And she's just like, what causes it? But she's like, I don't fucking know. I don't even know where I live. So why do you think I know what causes rumbles in the earth? So she goes back to the dorm. The other girls are just like, oh, shit, you should join the Tornus Tenement. Fucking shit.
What was that, Challengers? Was that the name?
Yes, Challengers.
The movie with the tortoise tournament?
the Tornus Tennisman is in fact what I said. Join the other girls, talk her into joining a tennis tournament. Yes. And she's like, sure, whatever. I don't care if I lose. But she also thinks, I'm pretty good at it. And she's just like, I have a pretty cool 2-hand backhand swing. She's already thinking like, maybe I can snow job these guys. Get up in there, do a little fucking get in there. Maybe, I don't know. She's kind of like getting on into the idea of like, what? What are you fucking looking at me for? Snow job?
I don't know what that is.
Is that not a real? Is that not a real
are they
term?
swapping cum?
No, that's a snowball. You asshole.
Oh,
Snow job etymology. Term snow job. This is according to AI, of course. Slang that originated in World War II, referring to an attempt to deceive or persuade someone through flattery or exaggeration. So I'm just 70 years out of date with my terminology. That's all.
My God, you're impressive sometimes.
Anyway, do you like how I knew also what you were talking about? Like I knew the 1940s definition and I knew the 2010s Urban Dictionary definition. Anyway, after she gets snow jobbed, she's like, I have a great idea. I'm going to call home, leave a message on their answering machine, and I'll tell the parents where I am. Dad's always calling to check the messages on the answering machine. The answering machine. You know what an answering machine is, right, kids who are listening to this right now? I hope not, because we just talked about 12-year-olds passing a snowball around. So, an answering machine is a magical device. It's like voicemail. So, he's always checking it. Mom was just like, you always gotta call and you check your messages, you stupid shit. I'm gonna drop backwards down this mountain. So she just needs to find a phone. She finds 2 payphones near the dorm, and she's like, fuck yeah. Payphones are these magical phones that you can put a quarter into, and then you can make a phone call. Picks up the receiver.
Wasn't there a payphone in the last book, too? It's been a string of payphonage.
Yeah, like even my digital version didn't bother trying to explain or wipe away like what a payphone is. Like they were just like, fuck it. We're not going to talk about cell phones or whatever.
Yeah.
But she picks up the receiver to her ear, and then 2 hands grab her, and they're like, get off the fucking phone, a voice says, without the profanity. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, God. It was Deirdre. Weirdly. What? Deirdre, what are you doing? She was not mad or being threatening. She was just excited to tell Wendy some good news. So she runs up to Wendy on the phone and was like, get off the phone! Because she had good news to share.
Well, she was probably like, oh my God, get off the phone, bitch! Like that was
maybe.
Probably what, yeah. More
That's
like
how I choose to think of it, yeah.
Not, get off the phone!
Good news, she just won her 6th king coin.
Yay!
All right, very good, only the best. And Wendy is like, great. She's not real sure still why it's a big deal, but she's like, glad you got one. That's wonderful. I think my parents might be dead, so if you'd give me a second, I'd like to call them. Deirdre tells her, she's like, I'm going to be in the winner's walk tonight. I'm super stoked. Only the best. And then all the other girls get together. They decide, you know what? Let's do this. Deirdre's got an idea. She's like, why don't we party? All right. Send me up. All right. Let's party. And they're like, all right, that's great. We'll party after the winner's walk. We'll come back to the dorm. We'll get pizza. They mention it from somewhere. I don't think they can just order it. They don't have phones or money. But they're going to get some pizza, they've decided. And, Wendy, a little reinvigorated from Deirdre's excitement, decides, hey, I kind of want to get in on this. I might try to win the tennis tournament. I kind of like the joy everyone experiences from winning. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of sore losers here, except for fucking Jeff. So maybe I'll try to win that tennis tournament. And so,
fair,
fast forward to that.
Jeff is 20 years old in a overnight camp for children.
That is true. Jeff's just out there sweating gin out of his pores.
He's at the local bar just getting hammered. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, you win all your king coins? Shut up, guys. Shut up. I'm so close. I got my 4th coin today.
That 11-year-old was a fucking prodigy, man. Give me a break.
I'm going to get Elliot tomorrow.
He was like the Bobby Fischer of ping pong. The winners walks that night, and they celebrated 8 kids, all right? There were 5 boys and 3 girls. Their coins, all 6 of their coins in a necklace around their neck. Proud, standing there winning their award. Everybody's shooting and hollering. There's drums and parades and fireworks and shit. I think Kiss played a leg of their reunion tour. It was amazing. And then afterward, Jan asks Wendy, she's like, hey, you still going to be playing in that softball tournament? And Wendy's like, nah, I'm doing the tennis tournament. And Jan's like, that's dumb. Tennis tournament's fucking stacked. You're going to want to get in the softball tournament because that's an easier shot at a gold coin. And Wendy's like, well, whatever. I kind of like tennis, but okay, sure, whatever, maybe. They get back to the room. They're waiting around for this after party. It was Deirdre's idea. Certainly she'll show up, but she hasn't shown up yet. And they wait and they wait. And they're like, man, maybe there's an after party at the thing with just the people who won, and then she'll come back after that and party with us. But they're like, you know what? We can't wait all night.
They stole 2 bags of chips and 2 cans of Diet Coke for their party, so not the best party. Although even the girls say that at one point. She's like, oh, but then she drank all her cups. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, let's eat snacks late, and now it's a party. But they start to party without her. They crack into them chips, dude. They don't let that salsa go to waste. And but they do stay up, wait for Deirdre. And now they're starting to worry. It's eclipsed. You know, it's about to eclipse lights out, which is 10 p.m. And that's a big time for everyone to kind of anchor in on, because they're like, well, they wouldn't keep the kids out that late. They'd bring them back to their rooms. What the fuck's going on? Where can she be? Did she forget about us? Nah, it was her idea. No way. And Wendy says a thing. Wendy admits, she's like, sometimes I say things, and then I'm like, uh-oh, shouldn't have said that, because now everyone's going to rally around that thing I said. And so she just kind of let slip. She's a little, buzzed off the Diet Coke. She's like, we should go find her. And then Ivy is like, yeah, we should. And then Jan's not into it. Jan's like, whoa, we should not do that because it's about to be lights out. Being an absolute Jan. She's like, it's about to be lights out. Dude, there's no way. We'll get in so much trouble. And, the rules of math, 2's more than 1. Jan's outnumbered. So they do it. They decide to sneak out. And one of them even utters the phrase in a Goosebumps book, what could happen? Bum, bum, bum.
Chapter 13. So they're like, where should we go take a look? At first, they're like, hey, let's go to the lodge. If they're partying, it's going to be down at the lodge. But there's no sound there. So like, well, fuck it. Let's go down to the tennis courts. Because why not? Ivy hears somebody like walking, humming, going along. She's like, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shh! Shh! And they see Billy. Billy's another counselor. And then he's just disappears around the corner. And they're just like, I bet he is going to the lodge party. To party with all those 11-year-olds like a creep. So they follow along behind him. Lodge is still fucking dark. So I don't know why they thought, like, I bet now the party's bumping. No, Billy did not bring the party with him. The lodge is still...
They're all wearing night vision goggles, and there's a rave.
And then they're fucking attacked by bats. Bum, bum, bum.
Sometimes you get the short ones, and that's what you got to do. You just got to go with what you got.
This time I chose
Wendy
not
screams
to
out loud.
Stretch it out to an extra 20 minutes. So you're welcome.
I appreciate that. Wendy screams out loud, because bats. And Jan and Ivy merely gasp because bats, but also they're supposed to be quiet. So at this point, Wendy can really feel the hot breath of the bats, which I didn't know they had hot breath. I guess all mammals do, but I just never really thought about it. But it's on the back of her neck, and she can feel them clawing at her hair and tearing at her face, which is weird because we learned very shortly after this that's not what was happening. She has, like, phantom bat syndrome suddenly. She feels like they're all over her. And Jan's like, it's okay. The bats, they're not swooping at us. We're just in a place, they're swooping down a hill, and they're just close to us. They're actually going back there to the tennis courts down the hill. We're fine. And Wendy's like, oh, I hate bats. And they're all like, yeah, we all hate bats, but you were freaking out like an asshole, and it wasn't that bad. All right? You screamed in the dark, and we're trying to hide. This is a covert mission to find a girl that disappeared, and you're out here screaming like a goddamn lunatic. Only the best. Luckily, no one heard her scream. They got off on the hook on that one, so I'm not even sure what the bats were for other than a cliffhanger. Now, the group spots a familiar counselor with white blonde hair.
Buddy, just call me Buddy. I'm a buddy.
And they hide behind this evergreen shrub because it's green year-round, and it's a good place to hide. You can hide there in January. You can hide there in August. It's a good shrub. And they wonder where these counselors are going. And they're like, let's follow one of these counselors discreetly. Let's tiptoe behind one Pink Panther style, see where the hell they're going. We'll find out where Deirdre is. And then, about that time, those mysterious rumblings begin. The earth starts shaking, and it's growing louder, and it's causing the ground to shake all violently. And then the tremors subside, and Jan, obviously Wendy's like, seriously, no one's going to comment on this? The ground's moving. And then Jan's like, oh, yeah, it happens like a few times a day. Nobody knows why. Anyway, back to Deirdre. And Ivy's like, you know what? We should stop looking for Deirdre because it's late. We should get on back to the dorm. She's probably there waiting on us. So they agree, let's wait till tomorrow to celebrate with Deirdre. That's best. Deirdre's probably, hanging out at an after party. She's probably crunk on Diet Coke. She's probably hanging out with us right now anyway. So at about that time, after they've decided to shut her down, let's head on back. Someone runs toward them in the dark, and they hear a girl's desperate cry for help. Bum, bum, bum.
Chapter 15. Wendy sees a terrified girl just like running towards her. She's near the tennis courts. And then Wendy's like, oh shit! It's that little redhead freckled creature that tried to warn me and Elliot when we first got to the camp. Her name's Alicia.
That's right, yeah. I maybe forgot to mention her hair color, but she was red-haired and freckled.
Oh,
easy
sorry.
now. That's my wife.
Oh, Alicia?
No,
okay.
My wife's a red-haired freak.
Okay, whoa.
What? You said it first.
So Alicia, she's like, and she runs into Wendy, and she's like, I need help. No one's safe. No one's safe. And Jan and Ivy question her, and they're just like, what are you doing out of bed? What the fuck's your name? What the fuck's wrong with you? And Alicia's just like, we gotta flee. We've gotta get out of here. Come on. It's terrible. I can't tell you what. And she's grabbing Wendy, and she's trying to pull her away, and Wendy's just like, calm the fuck down. Like, we can't hide in the bushes for months. Like, my parents are dead. My brother's gone. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What do you need? What's going on? Wendy's trying to comfort her, but she's just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this tiny girl. And like, I'm a child and she's a child. What the fuck am I supposed to do? And Alicia is not comforted by any of this, strangely. And she's like, oh my God, I saw it. It's terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh no. And then before she can explain what it is that she saw, they see another counselor come around the corner. She's like, hey, I caught you. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my God. Caught little baby Rue McClanahan. Yeah. So it's obviously bad because it's past lights out and they're out and there's a little girl screaming at them, which is never good. So Winnie and her friends quickly hide behind the bushes, those evergreens, great hiding bushes, as two counselors are there teasing each other nearby, unaware of their presence somehow. Just two counselors talking to one another. Kids are hiding. They didn't even see Alicia, the little girl freaking out. They didn't see her. Apparently didn't even hear her. They don't acknowledge at all.
I mean, if you're two horny teenage counselors, do you really give a shit about a couple of children? I know this is their job, but they're probably they want to get to scissoring.
Oh. Sure. We get to, they go to check on Alicia because they're like, well, shit, we're lucky we didn't get found. Is that little girl that was screaming a whole lot going to shut the fuck up? And is she okay? But guess what? She's gone.
Damn it.
She's not there
so
anymore.
Good at it.
She's a slithery little one. And apparently she's good enough. I don't know. I mean, did she win some coins? I guess she had to have, right?
I don't think so. Alicia?
So
I think Alicia was just... Like, if she's going to be a problem, she's got to fucking get a bomb and bucket. Like, what else are they going to do with her? She can't keep warning all the other kids. So I think they... And, like, what happens if they don't do well? Problem solved. So...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, they, the trio, which is Jan, Ivy, and Wendy, they sneak on back to the dorm, completely unnoticed, and they're like, I bet Deirdre's back. She's probably in her bed or up waiting on us, wondering why the party ain't happening. And they get there, and the dorm's empty, and there's no Deidre, and her bunk hasn't been touched. And they're like, shit, okay. well, Ivy's like, maybe we should report her missing. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. And Jan's like, well, we could do that, but do you see any counselors to report that to? And they're like, good call. Don't see any counselors other than that couple that we saw at their scissor near that evergreen shrub. Great hiding shrub. Great shrub. And they're like, that whole thing with that little girl screaming at us near that sweet shrub, kind of weird, right? Was that a nightmare or did that happen? They're like, it happened. It was strange. I don't know what she was on about. She didn't seem like only the best to me, if I'm being honest. Well, they settled down, and Jan's like, I'm going to get ready for bed and going to win some more king coins tomorrow. Cracks her knuckles, digs into her drawer there to get her PJs, and then she's like, no, I don't believe it. Bum, bum, bum. It was that little girl in her drawer. No, that's stupid. That would have been funny, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, God. I of course imagined that the worst possible way.
I imagined her just alive, just being like, help me, help me.
Oh, no.
But you imagined pieces of her in there.
No. No, not pieces. Like jammed in there.
Like wow. Oh, I love the pose you're striking. That is very much like a girl trapped in a drawer. I like that. I didn't like it.
There's a movie called Boxing Helena from 1987, I think. It's about a surgeon who takes a lady that he has a crush on, and it's just like, I'm going to keep you forever, and removes her arms and legs. Boxing. Yeah.
Sadly,
yeah.
From you, I knew where that was going. If anybody else had been like Boxing Helena, I'm like, oh, is that like $1 Million Baby? But when you said it, I was like, somebody's a torso in a box. God damn you.
Oh, you fucker. All right. It is unfortunately true. Oh my God. Ugh. All right. So, Jan, I like this cliffhanger too. Because at first you're like, what is it? Is more spiders or bats or whatever? Jan accidentally opened Deidre's door and realized there's nothing in there. It's all gone. Yeah. All of Deidre's shit's gone. And so Ivy's just like, what the fuck? And she opens the closet and all of Deirdre's stuff is gone there too. And so they're just like, what the fuck? Did she leave and she never said goodbye?
I didn't see that twist coming. I actually liked that a lot. I was like, oh shit, okay. Now it's real. Okay.
And so like at breakfast, Wendy's like, where the fuck is Deirdre? And it doesn't find her. She goes to Elliot and it's like, hey, and he's got like a stack of waffles in front of him. I almost went out and bought a waffle maker. I've been craving waffles so much lately. It's driving me crazy. But no, I mean, reading this book, I was like, oh, waffles. This book almost got me to get a waffle maker. I need to clarify. But
I'm glad it influences your food and not your wardrobe because the wardrobes.
You haven't seen, don't worry, when you see me at Polycon, I'm going to be wearing a neon green tank top, hot pink shorts, and like jelly sandals. It's going to be great. So where the fuck are we? So Elliot's just like, I got like 17 king coins. I'm ready to go. Let's keep this. He's the kid that got left at Dave & Buster's and he's still having a great time. But Dave & Buster's from like 15 years ago when there's still fucking arcade games there and not just goddamn ticket dispensers. Ugh. Yeah. I went in there just to kill time. I was just like, surely there's a Miss Pac-Man in here somewhere. Yeah, if you want to play a version of Pac-Man that's as large as a 2-story building and it's like a weird slot machine that's also Pac-Man and all it does is give tickets and it's not fun. Anyway. So Wendy's just like, fine, Elliot's no help. I'll talk to Buddy. And she goes up to Buddy and she's like, hey, where's Deirdre? And Buddy, like, it's just like, what's weird is he kind of seems like he's like, just anytime he's asked stuff off book, there seems like there's something wrong with him because she's just like, where's Deirdre? And Buddy's like, Deirdre is Deirdre. She's like, Deirdre, she was like a camper here. And he's like, oh. And he checks his little checklist and he's like, she's not here anymore. And he's like, but where? And he's like, she's gone. All gone. Yeah. Gone. All gone. Gone. And Wayne's like, where the fuck is he? She. And he's still just like, oh, I don't know, probably where I'm from. She went back to where I'm from. That's where she is. Wherever I'm from, that's where she is. So then she's just like, all right, what about Alicia? And he's like, he's like, Alicia? It's the name of a girl. Like, do you understand where I'm at? I don't know. It's like, red hair, freckles. He's like, and he checks his list again. He's like, oh yeah, she's gone too. And he smiles at her, and like Wendy's like, this is not a smiling situation. Bum bum bum.
Yeah, that grin's unsettling. I like the unsettlingness of this at this point. This is getting real culty. It's getting real creepy. Kids are disappearing. I'm into it. Now, Wendy, she's like, uh-oh, I better stop Jan and Ivy. I gotta warn them about what's going on. But they're too focused on the volleyball tournament to pay attention. So then she turns to her brother Elliot, and he also doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, kids go home. Quit being dramatic. You know, maybe the parents came and got them. You know, who gives a shit? Whatever. Our parents will come and get us one day, maybe. I don't know if they're still alive. I'm out here winning coins. Wendy's like, but the girls are, people are disappearing. You know, name somebody that won a thing. Have you seen them? Huh? You seen Deirdre and seen, you know, you name all the people that won. Did you see any of them? Have you seen Jeff? Where the fuck is Jeff? Yet. Jeff hasn't won one yet, but imagine if Jeff won one. Do you think you'd see him again? Mm-hmm. And, you know, tells her about Deirdre and Alicia, and he's like, you know, it's just a coincidence, you know, whatever. You're ruining my fun. You're kind of harshing my buzz. I'm out here winning some coins, and you're kind of being in my way. So let's not go there. Wendy's frustrated, and she's like, I'm missing my parents. My brother's not paying attention. Kids are missing. Why hasn't the camp made contact with my parents? Why hasn't my parents made contact with the camp? Oh, yeah. Like I was going to do earlier, I'll call and leave that message that Deirdre interrupted me from. I'll call on the payphone and leave a message. So she picks up the phone, puts in the number, makes the call, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. And then she cries out in surprise, Dylan, because something unexpected interrupts her again. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. That's dial tone. Check that out. Bum, 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 bum. Dial tone. Check it out.
I just like the check it out, nostalgia.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hi there, camper. Have a wonderful day at camp. This is King Jellyjam greeting you. Work hard, play hard, and win. And always remember, only the best. It's a message. Man. And it just repeats over and over again. She's like, what the fuck? And so Wendy drops that phone and she checks the other one. Same fucking nonsense. All the phones that she checks had the same message. Don't work. Nice touch. Nice touch. Ding.
I liked it. I feel trapped. I feel claustrophobic now.
Yeah, because at first she's just like, these kids could be doing a little bit more to get shit done. Like, she never made the phone call. And then she did. And it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
So Wendy's just kind of dicking around, and then she ends up at the basketball court, and she sees that Elliot is getting hammered by Jeff in a basketball game. And it's great, too, because she even says, like, what the fuck was he thinking? Like, I get the ping pong thing, whatever, but, like, there's no fucking way. And, like, Elliot just gets schooled 6 ways a Sunday.
I love it. It's honestly, not even close either. When she shows up, he's down. Like, they didn't even make this one dramatic.
Honestly, the fact that Elliot had 10 points was amazing to me.
Yeah, true that.
But Jeff wins. He gets his 6th king coin, and now he has a spot in the winner's walk. Jeff! It's just Jeff doing this for like 20 minutes. He's just like, Jeff.
He's like, the boys at the Elk Lodge will finally respect me. Hell yeah.
Jeff. Yeah. Wendy is just like, I can't deal with this shit. And she sees someone watching her. Oh, shit. And it's Buddy. Oh, no.
Not Buddy. He's weird.
You have to go, Wendy. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. Wendy, pretty startled when Buddy tells her that she has to go, fearing that might mean being disappeared like Deirdre and Alicia. She doesn't like that. Then he clarifies real quick. He can see the look in her eyes, and he's like, you need to... He's like, I mean, you need to find a sport because King Jellyjam doesn't approve of your idleness. You can't just sit back, girl. You got to go get it, all right? You got to go.
Watchers. You've got to participate, Wendy. You've got to
get in there.
The game.
Got to get in there and win them coins. And so Buddy's like, here's what I'm going to do. Since you don't have any gumption of your own, you're going to do some tennis today, then you're going to do some softball, all right? And you're going to try to get a king coin in both, or else. And Wendy's like, okay, I'll play tennis. And so she goes to play tennis against Rose. Fun fact, and for some trivia later, Rose, described as an African-American girl, is the only, or up to this point, the first, potentially, maybe I should say, African-American, like, stated outright in the series, up to date. Not to say that others couldn't have been, but this time this character outright named an African-American character.
To be fair, not the only person of color, because Gabe and Sari were Middle Eastern.
Exactly. Exactly.
But other than that, fucking Snow White motherfuckers, just up and down.
Oh yeah.
Let's not mince coins. They were definitely white.
Oh yeah,
except for Sari and Gabe.
Exactly. Now Rose, just absolutely gracefully wipes her ass with Wendy in tennis in straight sets. It's not even close. Rose might as well have been a Williams sister out there. Just pommeled Wendy to death. And then after that, the counselor comes and collects what's left of Wendy and tries to direct her over to the softball field. And he's like, why don't you get over there? Why don't you actually run over there and get going over there? You know, only the best.
Winners don't walk. Winners run.
That's right. But she's like, I'm clearly a loser if you didn't just see what happened there. Well, Wendy, she gets there and she joins someone's team, Ronnie. Now, Ronnie doesn't have a long stint here in this chapter, just for the softball game. But she's assigned to pitch and begins warming up. And she's told if they win, the whole team gets a gold coin. I was also curious at this point how that worked, team sport. But if the whole team win, the whole team gets a coin. So that's cool. And so,
definitely
Wendy's
that
like,
would have been my strategy to get coins as an unathletic child. Would have been to go for the team.
Ride
sports.
the bench on a good team. Yeah, hell yeah. So because Wendy is pitching, I believe she's batting ninth. And so it's her turn. She steps aside. She takes a few practice swings, getting ready to crank one out, and likes the feel of the bat, and even steps out a little further so she can get a big swing, just a real big practice swing. And she ends up, she swings the bat, and she smashes Buddy right in the fucking chest. Bum, bum, bum.
This is another great cliffhanger, because this isn't just like, oh no, I imagined it. No, she fucking hits him hard in the chest to this point that she hears his ribs cracking.
Yeah.
And Buddy's just like...
I would have loved to have heard the sound, too. Just like the air escaping him, the ribs cracking, the bat just hitting flesh. Ugh.
Like, if this was like a modern horror movie, there'd be like a trickle of blood coming out of the corner of his mouth while he's smiling. Yeah. He's just like, why don't you try that swing again? But nice. Yeah, he does do that, actually. He's just like, hey, nice swing, Wendy, but maybe you should try it again and not into my chest. Maggie. Wendy is not happy. She's like, this is a weird incident, but okay. She takes another swing, meaning also she took a couple steps back, just like, I don't want to hit Buddy again. They lose badly. And yeah. I'm just gonna point this out. She says they lost by a certain number of points. In softball or baseball, it would be runs, but whatever.
Ah, that is true.
Right?
Ghost Rider.
Obviously, because Stein is definitely some sort of baseball fan, because he can't help putting baseball hats in these books.
Exactly.
But she tells Jan and Ivy, and she's just like, you don't understand. And like, I fucking just wailed on him. And they're basically just like, I guess you have a fucking pussy swing then. You little, with your little noodle arms. I'm sorry, maybe you hit him with like a paper fan, and that's why he did it. And she's like, shut the... I heard it. I felt bones break with my bat. And they're just like, oh, he probably just went around the corner. And she's like, motherfucker! Which, honestly...
I did think that was funny.
That is a pretty good explanation, like a children's professional being like, I need to go around the corner to vent my anger, because I can't let out all the words I would like to use at this point. So she kind of lets it go, but she's also just like, ugh. I love that she fixates on the sound, because that, honestly, anytime I read in a book or something, they're just like, and he heard the sound of the leg breaking. Ugh. Can't.
Yeah.
Gross. Disgusting. So, she manages to, like, at least, I guess, settle in for the winter's walk. Everything seems a little intense. A lot of wind. Super ominous. Super sketchy. I feel like there's only 2 people tonight. You can't have winners every night, right?
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
true.
Rose and Jeff. They got their 6 king coins. It was just like, yeah, my name's Jeff. Jeff. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Cool. I can drink and I got my 6 coin today. Yeah. Rose is just like, thank you. I appreciate being in the winner's walk. Next morning at breakfast, Wendy's just like, oh, fuck, they're both gone. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry, I delivered that news very... Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Very blasé. But yeah, no, Wendy does spend... She's like, all right, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. The 2 people last night that I watched in the winner circle, I don't see at breakfast. They're gone. Let me make sure. She spends the morning searching for Rose, Jeff, and her brother. None of them anywhere to be found. Brother, obviously, a little more concerning because he wasn't in the winner's walk. Buddy insists, he's like, I want you to rejoin the old softball team there, Wendy. Get yourself a cold coin out there. You did all right yesterday. You know, you got a good swing on you, let me tell you. And Wendy, she's pretty preoccupied because she's coming up with some escape plans. She has a plan. She wants to sneak out with Elliot after dinner during the winner's walk ceremony. Everybody's focused on the winner's walk. Her and Elliot going to sneak out. And so she comes. That's the only plan she has. She doesn't have like a map. She doesn't know if they're going east, west. Doesn't know which way the road is. Doesn't know what she's going to do after they escape. She's just like, we're getting out of here during the winner's walk. So after dinner, she does find Elliot, and he is absolutely gung-ho about winning his 6th king coin and absolutely refuses to leave until he does. She presses him, and he's like, no way, sis, I'm staying here. You know, you're harshing my buzz. I'm about to win my 6th gold coin. I'm super stoked about it. And as Wendy always does, when Elliot wants to win, when Elliot's determined, she lets him do it. So she says, all right, fine. We'll postpone our escape until after your track meet tomorrow morning. All right? You maybe try to win that 6th coin, but then we're getting the fuck out of here, all right? If you fucking think I'm going to go around sniffing a winner's walk after you win your 6th coin, you're full of shit, all right? We're getting out of here. So he's like, all right, whatever. So fast forward to that night. 4 kids participating in the winner's walk. And Wendy, a little uneasy about what's going to happen to these 4 kids after. Is she watching their funeral, so to speak? Unsettled, she sneaks away, and instead of returning to her dorm, she sees a group of counselors heading into the woods. And she's like, well, this might be my shot to see where the hell everybody goes after these things. So she follows them into the woods. Then, to her shock, they don't go to the lodge. They get near the lodge, and then they kind of dogleg, and they enter the forest to an even deeper part of the forest toward a mysterious white igloo-shaped building. Oh no, I hope it's not a shack where dogs push you in a hole. That would be terrible. Thankfully, it's not that kind of wood igloo. But she follows them, and she's hiding and creeping behind Buddy and Holly. Those are the 2 that are right there. And
for fuck's sake, Buddy and Holly? Buddy Holly?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
God damn it.
Got me on that one. I didn't even see that shit till it came out of my mouth.
It was only when you said it.
Yeah. God damn it. I got the big bopper in here. Buddy Holly there, they enter the strange structure, and then, she gives it a couple seconds, then she sneaks up, reaches the entrance, and goes inside. Bum, bum, bum.
Wendy creeps into this underground building. She's hearing the soft voices. She's just like, oh, shit, we've got a cult situation. Not great. God damn it. She looks into this meeting hall, and it's torchlit. That just screams cult. That's just like cult. Counselors are all sitting stiffly. They're looking at a stage. There's a big banner over the stage that says only the best. This is exactly the dude who basically helped jumpstart the kidnapping children to the wilderness programs. That guy back in the 60s. This is what this sounds like. The whole movement around like taking disobedient children and then just abusing them in the woods. It's weird. It's a weird business.
I listened to a case file about that. It's messy stuff.
Yeah, it's not great. And they're still around. They're still doing their thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, I do like that Buddy's the leader of the counselors, apparently. So he steps on the stage and he's like, everybody, you ready for my hypnotism? And he starts swinging a king coin and he's just like, ooh, la. And other counselors are just like, ooh, la. And he's just like, you need to serve the master and only the best. Try your best and pain and I want to take it. That song's gonna be stuck in my head for days because it's a fucking book. Wendy's just like, oh no, everyone's been goddamn hypnotized. Again, I'm constantly running into these situations. She deals with this with a level of equanimity that I would not expect from a 12-year-old. She's very just like, oh, he's been hypnotized, and that's why he was able to withstand the hit of my baseball bat. He's been taught to ignore pain. Huh. Because later, she comes back down like into a secret section, and she's just like, I have a plan. And it's like, holy shit. Go for it, Wendy. Anyway.
She's sharp.
I laughed at this part. This chapter part, I laughed pretty hard. So, Wendy has her revelation. Buddy has finished the ceremony. It's just like, King Jellyjam! Oh. And there's just a dead silence as he's finished his recitation of these ancient rituals. And then Wendy sneezes. Bum, bum, bum. It was just the way it was delivered and the thing is just like, and it's just like, oh, end of chapter.
Yep. And man, imagine sneezing in the middle of a cult you snuck into. That's rough. So she actually, she sneezes, revealing her hiding spot. And it's not just one sneeze. No. She sneezes twice. And now she's alerted the hypnotized counselors during their eerie ceremony right to her. And Buddy reacts, and he's trying to identify who made the noise. He's like, who did that? Who dare have an allergy reaction during my sermon? But he can't see Wendy. It's dark in there. It's cult stuff, torches and shit. So she can't actually see who made the racket in her favor, actually. And so I'm going to read a little bit here. She takes some steps back. She's up against the wall, and she spun around. She goes, oh, I cried out when I saw that I had nearly toppled down a steep stairway. It wasn't a closet after all. Black stone steps curved sharply down. Where did they lead? I couldn't guess, but I had no choice. The steps were my only chance of escape. I leaned against the wall and plunged down the stairs. My shoes slid on the smooth stones. I nearly tripped and went sailing head first, but I grabbed the wall and steadied myself as I started to fall. The stairs curved down. The air grew hot and sour. I held my breath. The air smelled like sour milk. A strange, deep moan rumbled from down below. I stopped to catch my breath, listened hard. The low moan, it's always a low moan. The low moan rolled up the stairway again. A whiff of sour air invaded my nostrils. I turned back. Was I being followed? Had the counselors seen me escape through the open door? No, it had been too dark. I didn't hear anyone on the stairs. They weren't following me. What smelled so bad down below? I wanted to stop right there. I didn't want to climb down any further. But what choice did I have? I knew they'd be searching for me upstairs. Leaning a hand against the stone wall, I made my way down. The stairway led into a long, narrow tunnel. I could see a pale light at the end of it. Another deep moan rumbled in the distance. The floor shook. I took a long breath and passed quickly through the tunnel. The air grew hot and damp. My shoes splashed through puddles on the tunnel floor. Where does this lead, I wonder? Will it take me back outside? As I neared the end of the tunnel, a whiff of sour air made me choke. I coughed and struggled to stop my stomach from heaving. What a disgusting smell! Like decayed meat and rotten eggs. Like garbage left out in the sun for days and days. I pressed both hands over my mouth. The odor was so strong I could taste it. I gagged. Once. Twice. Don't think about the smell, I ordered myself. Think about something else. Think about fresh flowers. Think about sweet smell and perfume. Somehow, I calmed my stomach. Then, pinching 2 fingers over my nose to keep the odor out, I stumbled to the end of the tunnel. I stopped as the tunnel gave way to a huge, brightly lit chamber. I stopped and stared at the ugliest, most frightening thing I had ever seen in my life. Bum, bum, bum! It was a fart monster.
Squinting into the bright light, I saw dozens of kids with mops and buckets and water hoses. At first, I thought they were cleaning off a giant purple balloon, bigger than any balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But as the water sprayed over it and the mops soaked over its side, the balloon let out a loud groan. And I realized I wasn't staring at a balloon. It was a creature, and the creature was alive. I was staring at a monster. I was staring at King Jellyjam. Not a cute little mascot, but a fat, gross, purple mound of slime nearly as big as a house, wearing a gold crown. Two enormous, watery, yellow eyes rolled around in his head. He smacked his fat, purple lips and groaned again. Hunks of thick, white goo dripped from his huge, hairy nostrils. The disgusting odor rolled off of his body. Even holding my nose couldn't keep out the sour stench. He smelled like dead fish, rotting garbage, sour milk, and burning rubber all at once. The gold crown bounced on top of his slimy, wet head. His purple stomach heaved as if an ocean wave were breaking inside him, and he let out a putrid burp that shook the walls. The kids, dozens of them, worked frantically. They circled the ugly monster. They hosed him down, scrubbed his body with mops and sponges and brushes. And as they worked, little round objects rained down on them. Click, click, click. The little round objects clattered to the floor. Snails popping out through King Jellyjam's skin. I started to gag when I realized the hideous creature was sweating snails. I staggered back into the tunnel, pressing my hands over my mouth. How could those kids stand the horrible, sour stench? Why were they washing him? Why were they working so hard? I gasped when I recognized some of the kids. Alicia! She held a hose with both hands and sprayed King Jellyjam's bulging, heaving stomach. Her red hair was soaked and matted to her forehead. She cried as she worked, bawling loudly. I saw Jeff rubbing a mop up and down on the monster's side. I opened my mouth to call to Alicia and Jeff, but my breath caught in my throat and no sound came out. And then someone came running toward me, stumbling and staggering, into the tunnel, out of the bright light. Deirdre! 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 A dripping sponge in one fist, her streaky blonde hair drenched, her clothes wrinkled and soaked. Deirdre, I managed to choke out. Go! Get away from here, she cried. Wendy, run! But, I sputtered. What is happening? Why are you doing this? Deirdre uttered a sob. Only the best, she whispered. Only the best. Could you be King Jellyjam's slave? What? Huh? I gaped at her as she trembled in front of me, shivering from the cold water that had drenched her. Don't you see? Deirdre cried. These are all winners. All 6 coin winners. He gets strongest kids. The best workers. But why? I demanded. Snails popped through the creature's skin and clicked as they hit the hard floor. A wave of sour stench blew over us as a rumbling burp escaped his swollen lips. Why are you all washing him? I asked Deirdre. He has to be washed at all time. Deirdre exclaimed with a sob. He has to be kept wet. And he can't stand his own smell. So he gets the strongest kids down here and makes us wash him night and day. If we stop washing, she continued, if we try to take a rest, he'll eat us. Her entire body shook. He ate 3 kids today. No, I said, gagging in horror. He's so disgusting, Deirdre wailed. These horrible snails, popping out of his body. Okay. Hold on. Just give me a second, Wendy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, I swallowed it. Okay. That putrid smell. She grabbed my arm. Her hand was wet and cold. The counselors are all hypnotized, she whispered. King Jellyjam has total control over them. I know, I told her. Get out of here. Hurry, Deirdre pleaded, squeezing my arm. Get help, Wendy, please. An angry roar made us both jump. Oh, no. Deirdre wailed. He's seen us. It's too late. Bum, bum, bum. I did nearly vomit a couple of times. Doing that sound makes you want to puke.
Yeah, it seemed like you're struggling there for a minute.
I heard
a few wet burps. No, you really did. That was very good. You really methoded
You're
that
welcome.
shit. Wendy races out of the underground lair for oxygen to clean the vomit off of her lapel and to get help. She sneaks past some counselors there with some flashlights, and they're hunting around and, probably hunting for her. And she ends up hiding in some hedges. She hides there for a minute, and then she just kind of passes out. I don't know, maybe she got high off the stench or from holding her breath or something, but she kind of falls asleep in some hedges. And then early the next morning, she wakes up and she's like, oh, shit, I slept in a bush. And she's, which is we've all been there, and it's a wild realization when you have it. She's jolted awake by some cheers. She hears some cheering going on, and of course everybody's competing all the time, so yeah, it makes sense. And looks over, and there's a track competition. And to her shock, her little brother Elliot leading the race. He's about to win his 6th king coin. And now she knows that winning the 6th king coin means that boy is going to be a slave to a giant, stinky, snail-sweating sumbitch under the ground. And so she doesn't like that. And she's like, I got to stop him. I got to stop him from winning the race. And so she's like, I got it. I'll do the whistle thing. He'll hear the whistle, then he'll let up. That's a good call right there. I'll do that. And so she and gets into that secret whistle. But, dude, she's tired. She's tired and a little afraid. She's tense. Her mouth's dry. She slept in a bush. She's not cut out for a whistle right now. And no sound comes out. And then Elliot just heading into the final lap. And Wendy's like, I may run out of time to stop him. He could be a goner. Bum, bum, bum.
Again, one of my favorite parts in the book, because what happens is Wendy's just like, I can't whistle him. How do you stop someone? You can't whistle. She fucking knocks him down. She charges and just takes him out. And apparently no one else gives a shit because they just run off. Like the other racers are like, oh, I guess we're in first and second, then bye. And they go. Elliot's a little ripshit. He's like, what the that was going to be my 6th coin. My 6th king coin, specifically. And Wendy's like, bro, literally, bro, what the fuck, man? I got some shit to talk to you about. Let's go. And there's 3 counselors are like, oh, these guys don't look like they're being always the best. We got to get them. So they're jogging across the field. Elliot looks at her and she's just like, there's no fucking way she would have tackled me if this wasn't serious. Let's go. When that happened,
appreciate his realization.
I fucking almost stood up and cheered because I was like, yes, Elliot, fuck yes. That's when I fell in love with Elliot, because at first I was just like, Elliot's kind of cool. He's kind of a jerk, but he's nowhere near as bad as yet.
It's getting him into trouble, but yeah.
But then when this happened, then he's just like, all right, let's fucking do this shit. So they run into the woods. They go into the igloo building. And at first I'm just like, Wendy, what the fuck are you doing? And so here's what this is kind of spackle, because I'm like, why did she go and get Elliot if she was already gonna, because she runs in here and she's like, I got a plan. So why'd she get Elliot? I think she's just like, what if my plan fails and I die? I need to make sure at least Elliot's not fucked. So she goes out, she rescues Elliot, and she's like, come with me, I need to show you this shit. They go into the chamber, and the whole time I was waiting for Elliot to be like, nothing's happening, nothing's real. I was still expecting him to be like, this is bullshit. But they get into the tunnel and she's like, what is this smell? And I'm like, okay, he's on board 100%. So she shows him Jellyjam. And he's like, this is gross. This is horrifying. I'm not on board with this. And she's like, I've got a plan, Elliot. She's like, hit the floor, motherfuckers! Bum, bum, bum. That is her plan. It's she yells, hit the floor, motherfuckers. And there we go.
I was very surprised that was her plan. I liked that it was like a bank stick up. Just hit the floor, motherfuckers, crazy shit. So anyway, I'm going to read this to you. The monster's watery yellow eyes grew wide with surprise, because he'd never been a part of a stick up before. He's like, what the fuck? I'm already on the ground. His bloated lips parted, I could see 2 pink tongues dart and coil inside his mouth. That's interesting. He's got 2 tongues. It's not normal. I bet he can whistle real good. A few of the kids dropped their hoses and mops and flattened themselves to the floor. The others turned to stare at me. They're like, what the hell's going on with you? And she's like, stop washing them. Put down your hoses and brushes. Stop working. Hit the floor. And beside me, Elliot uttered gasping sounds, probably because of the smell there. I glimpsed him struggling to keep the sick smell from overpowering. I was right. King Jellyjam let out a furious roar as the rest of the kids obeyed my instructions. He's not happy about this because he stinks. Thick white slime dripped from his nose. Ugh. His 2 tongues flicked out between his purple lips. Get flat, I screamed to the kids. Stay down. This is a stick-up. No, she didn't say that part, but she's like, stay on the ground. Get down on the ground. And then I saw the monster raise a fat purple arm. With a disgusting groan, he leaned over. His slimy flesh rippled all over his body as he reached out to grab Alicia. Oh, little Alicia. Help! He's going to eat me! Alicia oh, she's Southern. Help! He's going to eat me! Alicia shrieked, and she started to get up. And, no! I shrieked. I said, no! Stay down! Stay flat! And with a terrified cry, Alicia dropped back to the floor. King Jellyjam swung his fat hand down, fumbled it over her, tried to lift the little girl up, tried again and again. But I had figured right. The monster's fingers were too big, too clumsy to pick up anyone who lay flat on the floor. King Jellyjam tilted his head back and uttered a roar of disgust. I cupped my hand over my nose as the disgusting odor grew more
French
intense.
Version of King Jellyjam. Oh, it's just a man. It's just a large fat man sitting wearing a diaper, covered in baby oil.
Where was I here? I cut my hand over my nose as the disgusting odor grew more intense. Snails popped out of his skin. I love that. I love that we don't focus on the snails enough, but the snails are
really gross.
Rolled.
And are they like regular snails, or are they like weird? Like, are they especially very wet, thick snails?
Like, do the snails get in him because they like damp, moist things?
I don't know.
Or does he just secrete snails?
I was kind of thinking of him as like almost like he's so gross that he kind of warps like he's not quite of our reality or something. I don't fucking know. And then he just generates snail. He's gross. All right. I didn't think about his biology, which is weird if you think about it. You think that I'd be all about it, but no, I didn't really think about it. I'm sorry.
It's too wackadoo, but I enjoy it. The snails rolled down his slimy body and they bounced noisily onto the floor. The monster flailed his arms. Arr, arr, arr. He leaned down again and struggled to pick up some other kids, but they pressed themselves flat to the floor. He couldn't lift them. He roared again, Arr! Weaker this time. Arr! His eyes rolled wildly in his enormous head. The smell burned my eyes. It swirled around me, surrounded me in its sour stench. King Jellyjam grabbed for a hose. Couldn't pick it up. He slammed his hand into a bucket, struggled frantically to splash water on himself. He's trying to clean himself real good. I stood trembling, watching every move. My plan was working. I knew it would work. It had to work. The stench grew even stronger. I could taste it. I could smell it on my skin. King Jellyjam flailed both arms. Row, row, row. Frantically, he struggled to wash himself. His roars became groans. Rawr, rawr. His body began to shake. Rawr. I gasped as he narrowed his eyes at me. He raised a swollen purple finger and pointed, accusing me. Rawr. He leaned forward, reaching out. Rawr. He swiped out his enormous hand. I couldn't move. I was too stunned. I shuddered. Ah. His hand slid over me, sploosh, and before I could struggle, he began to tighten his slimy, stinking fingers around my body. Bum, bum, bum. Like, Wendy, why didn't you get on the floor? You quarterbacking this thing, you need to get on the floor.
Well, she needs to check on everybody. If she's lying flat on the floor, she can't check on everyone else, make sure that they're lying flat on the floor. She's risking her life. All right. And that's the fucked up thing, is like King Jellyjam is going for revenge at this point. He's not talking Wendy. He just wants to kill her before he dies. That's what's happening. So he picks her up, and he's just like, I'm going to eat her with my double tongues. snails popping out of him. But then, oh, fuck, he's starting to get like, oh, my God, oh, shit, I'm sleepy from my own stench. And his tongues fall out, his grip falls off, he collapses, and he's just, and he dies. On his own stench, which, honestly, if you're a smelly monster, don't live in an underground cave with bad ventilation. I feel like if he lived in the open air, not a problem. Right? Am I right? Mm-hmm. Thank you, audience.
Get a little breeze going on you. Get a little breeze going on you.
Or dry out.
Yep.
Like, what if he's just damp in the dark all this time? Like, what if he just dries out in the sun? Anyway.
What if he gets chapped and then he's got to lick himself to get breathe moist? He's got the tongues.
So Wendy, she's happy. She killed a unique being. She's a little upset. She's alive. Elliot's like, I'm glad we're done with this. I'm not going to make fun of Dad's disgusting weird fertilizer that he gets from that other dad who has the leaves coming out of his head. All the other kids are just like, yay! They hug Wendy. They're all disgusting. She's like, please don't touch me. Gross, 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 gross. They're about to escape. But then, oh, fuck. Dicks and titties. It's the counselors. And Buddy's up front. He's just like, don't let them get away. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, he's mad about it. Now, at some point during this fracas, the police arrive unexpectedly, very confused. And they blow some whistles, which somehow that breaks the trance of the counselors.
Obviously, loud, sharp noises always break a hypnotic trance, Travis. Don't be fucking stupid.
What's interesting...
Don't be stupid. Although it is a camp, you'd think they're blowing whistles all the time, huh?
Well, there's that. Yeah, I thought of that. And I also thought Wendy herself had a couple whistles of her own that didn't seem to change. So I think it's interesting that randomly these whistles had an effect. So I'm gonna say that's a little bit of a gap. I can't do the finger whistles. I've tried my entire life. It's just me blowing on my pinkies when I do it, and it's not fun for anybody to see it. Now you're just sticking your tongue out. Now you're just sticking your tongue. You're not even blowing. You're not even blowing. Anyway, the police show up and they're like, "Fuck's going on here? Why are all these stinky children running around and why is everybody smiling so much? What's going on?" And the counselors kind of snap out of it from the police whistles. Now they're all dazed and confused, no longer threatening about the children, no longer not letting them get away, just kind of in a fugue state. And the officers are like, "Goddamn, man, we tracked this smell. It smelled like somebody ruptured a goddamn honey pot down here. It smelled like fucking sewage. It smelled like medieval sewage. It smelled like plague sewage, like there was death and poop in the same hole." And we was like, "We got to come out here and shoot it. Whatever it is, we got to kill it. It stinks." So we came out here, and we didn't realize the camp was in trouble. Y'all in trouble here? Is this where all the poop is? What's going on? And Wendy and Elliot see their parents, and they're like, "These cops are weird. Let's go talk to Mom and Dad." They run up Mom and Dad, get big hugs. "Oh, Mom and Dad, we thought you were dead. Mom, were you driving? You fucking suck at driving." And
when was the last time he checked his rearview mirror? I thought about that for so long.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, how many times did you check the rearview mirror and not notice the trailer was there? And how many times did you check the rearview mirror, notice the trailer wasn't there, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Keep driving. They're gone. They're gone. Just like, and then it was the mom who's like, "David, what the fuck happened to our children?" And he's like, oh no. They must have, I hope nothing bad happened to them.
I imagine his wife was like, "Make sure you're checking the mirrors a lot, okay? I'm worried about them." And then he just forgot, and he drove for like 2 hours, and then he looked, noticed it was gone, and realized, it's too late to bring it up now. He can't bring it up now that he does, so he's just like, "Nah, they're definitely still back there. Last I saw them, they're still hanging out back there in the old trailer." And then he eventually had to come clean. But anyway, they're excited to see their parents. There's a lot of hugs being shared. Everybody's excited. And the parents, they were misled by the camp staff, all right? The camp staff, I don't even remember what they said. They were like, "The kids are fine," or whatever.
Just said they weren't there.
I don't
They're
remember.
just like,
what?
No.
They weren't there.
Because they found the trailer, and it was empty. And they were like, let's call the camp and see if they've seen two children. And the camp was like, "Nope."
Yeah, 2 children, not here at this camp for kids.
Nope.
So, so that was that, right? They got bamboozled by this obviously nefarious camp that was being hypnotized by a subterranean fart. And then 2 weeks pass. They're at their home now, and Buddy visits them. Buddy shows up. You know, this is good Buddy. Apparently, he's not under the control of the fart monster, and he actually brings Elliot his 6th king coin from the race. He goes, "Hey, man, you earned this. You know, you was winning the race until your sister fucking, I would say, absolutely perfect form tackled you from behind. She should be a cornerback for Notre Dame. She is something else. So you get the coin. She's getting a full ride scholarship. She's gonna be going. She's a fighting Irish now, boy. So anyway, Elliot's like, I don't know if I should take the coin, and but he's like, you know, he's dead. King Jellyjam's dead, so it's just a coin. It's just a keepsake. Maybe it won't hurt. So he takes it, and then a foul odor fills the house shortly after. And they're like, oh, no. Fucking King Jellyjam somehow coming back, I guess. I don't know. And it turns out Mom's in there boiling Brussels sprouts. It's not King Jellyjam. It's dinner. Bum, bum, bum. The end. Sad trumpet.
This was the first time in a while that I think we've gotten a complete fake out ending where it's like, it was just complete nonsense. It's weird. After 29 flawless cliffhangers, we get, your mom's fighting in the kitchen. Hey, womp womp. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum-bum. So what do we think, Travis? Also, you don't boil Brussels sprouts. You roast them in the oven. What fucking psycho mom is boiling Brussels sprouts?
You never know, man. These Midwest moms and their Brussels sprouts, who knows what they're doing with them, brother. They're mistreating them. But I liked this book a lot. I liked it even though it got so ridiculous. I liked that it leaned into it.
It got ridiculous in the way that Horrorland did, where it's just like, it's a TV show for monsters. I was like, all right, I'm fucking buy it. Let's do it. Game show for monsters.
I like it. Yeah, I like it better when they lean in and it doesn't end up being something fake or like, and it was like, it was some ruse that you can explain. I liked, because it got to a point where it's like, all right, something's got to happen. Oh, okay. A monster. And they need the description of the monster too helps it a lot. Like, it wasn't just a monster underground. This thing is gross. The kids have to wash it or it'll eat them. Like, it had so much in one little chapter.
Children on the day that Wendy intervened. Like, mind-boggling.
Insane.
Like, the fact that Arlstein murdered 3 children in this book, just out loud, murdered children. Yeah, I love this. It was great. Like, part of it is like coming off the Barking Ghost, which is like, oh no, is this what we have to look forward to moving forward? Like, I was genuinely a little worried, like, oh no, like the quality's got to start dropping at downhill. Some point. And that was a bad hit. It was a bad hit. This was like a return to form in a big way. Like, Night of the Living Dummy 2 was solid. This was like exciting because this was like completely bonkers and not what I was expecting. Whereas Night of the Living Dummy 2 was just like, all right, it's fucking slappy again, blah, 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 blah. Solidly done, well done, but still, it's slappy. We know what to expect. Camp Jellyjam was like, where is this going to be? What weird thing is this? Oh, it's fucking weird. It does good.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
I like it. I like the unsettling weirdness. You mentioned Horrorland. It felt like Horrorland. It felt a little bit like Camp Nightmare.
I love Camp Nightmare.
End of the first season.
Camp Nightmare is almost like just a classic sci-fi story on its own. Like, Camp Nightmare is great too.
Some of them live longer. Like, I don't know what I rate them at the time, but you know, even years later, we've been doing the podcast for a while. The ones that stick with me start to rise in my brain, and that's one of them that I look back on fonder than a lot of the others that I probably said I loved in the moment. But
Monster Blood keeps every season. Monster Blood bumps up again because I just think about it. I'm just like, that was such a fucking insane book. I guess also because
Say Cheese and Die.
Yeah,
it was good.
Haunted Mask, like the ones that are classics are classics for a reason. But then there's the other ones that are like Horrorland and Camp Terror And honestly, I'm looking for Deep Trouble too, because like, remember Deep Trouble? That was such a good time.
That was fun.
It was a good,
that was fun.
Weird time. All right. We gotta rate this.
Yeah, we gotta rate it. You're right. I liked this one quite a bit. And I'm excited because I don't know that I've given out a rating this high in at least a season. I'm going to give it 6 king coins out of 7.
All right. I'm going to give it actually 7 tiny, undersized golden crowns out of 8. That was the number I had in my head ahead of time. I wasn't, but yeah. It was, yeah.
7 out of 8.
7 out of 8.
Very cool. I like the tiny crowns.
I love the tiny crown. I'm fascinated by the fact that Jellyjam has a crown.
Right. Like, what's he the king of other than his own captives? No one respects him. They're all, well, I guess he does hypnotize them, but good. We rated it pretty high. We liked it. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Again, trivia, Rose is confirmed as being the first black character in the Goosebumps series. Also, the episode was considered for adaptation for the Goosebumps television series, but the higher budget required, mainly for the size of King Jellyjam himself, caused the episode to go unproduced. Sad. Needed to see it.
Honestly, I both do and do not want to see it. I can't imagine the terrible computer level graphics they would have, like, Jesus. Just the weird...
It would have been rough, dude. It would have been rough, but it would have been great to see now. In the time, it would have been rough. But, and then after that, I guess that's it. That's all the trivia that we have. So very cool. We did it. Another one in the books. Another book in the books.
Book in the books.
If you want to be cool, like Pulp Fiction Books, you can send us an email. We got goosebumpspodcast@gmail.com, and if it's good enough and we like it, and it tickles us just enough where we like to be tickled, we might read it here on the show. All right, so
just pay us any attention, we'll read it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say that, don't
take advantage of us. We're not going to shill stuff for you, but we do want to read your thoughts.
No. And don't send us like nudie pics or anything like that. Like, it's creepy. But definitely compliments.
Yeah, no
Give
more
us
of that.
compliments. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Let us know what you think. You can find us on Blue Sky at Say Cheese and Pod.
And you can also support the show on Patreon. Patreon.com/Polykill. That'll support not just our show, but the other shows on the network. So if you're a fan of podcasts, video game playing podcasts, movie podcasts, there's also options there.
We got it all, dude. We got it all. We're crushing it out there. We're doing a great job. And Dylan, I got to tell you, I was a little alarmed. I thought that Buddy was going to be a small, dwarfish type character, but it looks like I don't have to wait long to get what I'm looking for.
I do like that you say dwarf as if you like just saying every letter in a word. Like there's just a very like dwarf.
I really like to see dwarves with swords, don't you?
I do like a sword. 2 pink flamingos, a whole family of plaster skunks. Joe Burton's dad loves those tacky lawn ornaments, but then he brings home 2 ugly lawn gnomes. And that's when the trouble starts. Late at night, when everyone's asleep, someone's creeping in the garden, whispering nasty things, smashing melons, squashing tomatoes. No way 2 dumb, old lawn ornaments could be causing all the trouble. Is there?